guess it's time. It's time for the thing. Show. Hey. Welcome. Welcome to Order 42. I'm Rob. How's it going, you guys? Yous guys? I mean, look, there's already 10 of you in here. Gosh. I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys because what a show. What a show we're going to have tonight. There's a lot here. There's a lot here that I want to show, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I don't know if it's going to be fun for you. It's going to be fun for me. So enjoy your tea or beverage of choice. And let's say hi to everybody. Huh? Right after a drink of tea. Huh? Everything works, right? Okay, good. Good. Last week I did an update and I checked the mic and it wasn't working. And I had to fix it. This week, no problem. Oh, and by the way, thank you to all of those, the myriad of people, I'm saying, lots of people reached out to see if I was okay because of the AC being out. Literally no one asked if I was doing okay. Literally 0 people asked if I was doing okay because of the AC. But here's the thing. Last week we did a late show, and then the next day the guy came out and he goes, yeah, I was trying to see if there was anything in your drain line, and it sounded like there was a blockage there. So I just kind of blew in the little tube, and it came right out, and that was it. That was it. Working fine now. So it is a very, very nice 73 degrees in here, and I'm very happy about that because it's over 100 degrees outside. So excuse me. But look, hey, Ricky came in first today. Can you believe it? Congratulations, Ricky. Ricky, on your win. I mean, look, there's people winning, gold medals and all that stuff. Nah. You were first. So I hope you enjoyed it. And yes, it does have to do with the Romulans in Star Trek. Why is my voice weird? I haven't said more than like 12 words today. So yeah. And yes, Iconic, welcome. Yes. Fede Alvarez was talking to Ridley Scott at a party and pitched an idea. And Ridley was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And then years pass. And he calls him up and says, hey, do you still want to do that idea? That's how Alien Romulus came to be. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited about it. I'm very... Whoa! It's an alien, guys. Get out of here. Anyway, so yeah. It's good to see you. Look, an alien. Yeah, exactly. And no, okay. So Derek, if you're still here, no, I don't typically like brag about my butt. Okay? I don't really have much of a butt. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of a nothing butt cake. Anyway, no, it's it's nothing special. I was just playing around. I was just being silly. But yeah. Rob should do Tron's music? Oh, I don't know about that. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that a little later. And Robert, yeah, if Robert's still here, yeah, you were just early. Yeah, no Billy twerking until it's time to start the show. So, yeah. But yeah. But let's see, who else? Oh, Shozama. Shozama was here. I don't know if he's still here. I'm still getting caught up, so I will say hi to everyone. Ninjinzu, welcome. Luscious peaches or something. Billy Corrigan, what? Cosma, welcome. Lucky Luciano. Yeah, I got that Lucky Luciano butt. I don't even know what that means. Butter chicken time? I'm confused. And Rufus. Welcome, Rufus. Good to see you. Now, hey, wait a minute. Question. I'm pretty sure this was Shozama. If he's here, I'm not sure if he's here. Are you here, Shozama? Are you here? I don't see. I only see the one from like a long time. I don't see any other text. Leave Her to Heaven. Who was it that said, "Hey Rob, you need to watch Leave Her to Heaven because it's next. It's next on my list." And I was looking it up and I couldn't find who said that. So, and look, everybody, it's Bucho and an alien. Ah! Y'all get out of here. But welcome, Bucho. Good to see you. Good to see you. Butter chicken. And there's the ass eat. And there's the first ass eat of the night. The Church of Order 42. I don't know about that. No. I don't want to be I don't want to be the head of anything. Well, maybe a blockbuster movie. I would like to make a blockbuster movie at some point, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But we'll see. Now might be a good time to check that you're on live chat instead of top chat. Bucho, that's always good stuff. And yes, I am on the live chat. Yeah. See, Ricky. Yeah, you asked about the AC after I brought it. See, Cosma too. Yeah, exactly. Not one person. Not one person, but it's fine. Like I said, I mean, remember the AC came on in the middle of the show last week, and then it stayed on until the guy was here. And then the guy was like, "Yeah, there's nothing. There's a fly in here. I have a special guest. There's a fly in here." And he's been buzzing my head all day. It's pissing me off. I've been making AI music for my Fallout streams. Holy flippin' fun and hilarious. The ones that sound bad are great for laughs, and the good ones are super usable for replacement radio. Exactly, Rufus. I mean, look, here's the thing. I know that there's a lot of anti-AI stuff out there. I get it. And I don't know if, like this last week, there was some new pictures that came out that were AI pictures. I can't tell. I can't tell that they're AI. They're insane. Now, when it comes to video, there's still like the lips are wrong, the teeth are wrong. The teeth move from like the top to the bottom, and it's kind of it's weird. But when it's just a still, it looks insane. And some of those AI songs are pretty funny, you know? Yeah, they're pretty funny. Hey, is your AC running? It is. Yes, it is. It is. Upstate treating me good and the AC is working. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Cosma. I'm glad to hear that. That stupid xenomorph. Rob is very... Ooh! Were you in the Ringerverse is Last of the Jedi good chat a few days ago, Cosma? I dialed up the replay and noticed a Cosma in the chat, but I didn't know if that was you or a faker. Can we say that 8-Bit Eric is game-chasing Jesus? Well, he doesn't do a whole lot of gaming talk lately. And he recently got to 90K subscribers, so congratulations, 8-Bit Eric. I mean, here's the thing. Those videos, I'm sorry, they're just not for me. But hey, I'm happy. Pancake ass? Look at you with your pancake ass and your sausage titties. I don't even know what I'm talking. What are we talking about again? What are we talking about? Why are all the body parts breakfast items? I don't know. I was watching it work and then it was time to go home. There you go. Lucky Luciano is a singer. Okay. And Ted Milich, welcome. Good to see you. Look, is anybody excited for this? I mean, look, I'm excited, man. I am even more pumped because, I mean, we're not going to go into it because there are tidbits that I would have rather not seen, you know? And here's the thing. I'm very anti-spoiler. You know this, you know? We're a firmly hashtag no spoilers kind of show. Because I think that even with older movies, there are people that haven't seen them. So you should be hashtag no spoilers all the time. All the time. Just assume that they haven't seen it. You know, it's easy. It's an easy thing to do. But anyway, yeah, there were some things that were said in some of the first, what do you call them? Almost said first response. That's not the right term. No. The first reactions of the movie. And yeah, some interesting things. But highly favorable, which is really good news because I want it to be good. I want it to be good, and I'm excited. I mean, they're a thing. Now, what I'm not excited about is, of course, the popcorn bucket situation. But here's the thing, okay? I'm just gonna be perfectly honest with you. I don't care. I don't care about popcorn buckets. I really don't. Because here's the thing: I get one. I'm gonna go, huh? It's cool. Then what am I gonna do with it? I don't need popcorn. Popcorn try to kill me. Why would I try to? Why? So I'm not really sure if the popcorn bucket thing is for me. But I will say that I am still excited to uh, to see if I can get one. If I get one, cool. If not, it's no big whoop. But it's still kind of annoying that a big movie comes out and the theater just says, "Screw it, we're just going to start selling them." So in most cases, in a lot of cases, the theaters are going to be completely sold out of all the Alien Romulus stuff by the time the movie actually comes out. What sense does that make? Why would the theaters do this? It's so anti-fan, anti-movie fan that it boggles the mind. I don't understand it. What is the point of it? What is the point of releasing the exclusive popcorn buckets for the movies that are coming out? Why would you put that out before the release date? Does anybody know? But anyway, we'll talk. We might talk more Alien later. But anyway, let me keep. I mean, I'm still behind. Okay, I don't even know what that was. Might have been a little bit of a like a little. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You could always meet in the middle and make a movie about Blockbuster. Well, we might be making a movie about a video store, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. When my AC stops cooling, it's because the drain pipe's clogged, so I just use some air from the compressor and bam, done. Well, here's the thing though. I don't know where the hose is up there. The one down here, yeah. That one didn't seem to be a problem. It's the other one. So, but whatever. Whatever, you know? And again, it's not like it cost a bunch of money to have that done. So, I only watched the first few minutes intending to go back to it later. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't go to hell. A fly in the room? Daniel's son the fly? Well, I don't have any chopsticks, number one. At least in here. Number two, I'm not that coordinated. I'm just not that coordinated. But yeah. Look out, Rob. Oh. Oh, it's over here. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, man. I'm really I'm it's almost like this might be a bad thing. It might be bad that I'm this excited about this movie. But hey, you know, I don't know. My ass is unreal. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Devil corn. Can't wait for Romulus. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Okay, Cosma Bucho, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. Name that song. Got a notification when Rob said that, and it sounded like he said, when a big booty comes out. What? Big movie? Not big booty. My friend has a cousin who works at the theater, which guarantees him a popcorn bucket. Yeah, and see, that's going to happen, right? You know, you're going to have people who work at a theater, and all their friends are going to, you know, hey, save me a thing or whatever. Hey, let me get the poster of this. Totally understandable, and it's something that's been happening for years and years and years. What I don't understand is you selling them to the public. Like, why would, like, I read a thing today earlier that said, yeah, I picked up both the alien head and the regular AMC popcorn bucket when I went to see Lawrence of Arabia. I mean, sure, look, I'm actually kind of I'm actually kind of bummed that I didn't go see Lawrence of Arabia. I knew it was showing yesterday and Sunday, 2 days only. But the problem was all the theaters that were showing it around me were like small theaters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got your multiplex, and you got your one with all the seats or whatever. But then this one was like a tiny theater with like 15 seats. And I was just like, I just watched a 3.5 hour movie last week, Seven Samurai, which was awesome. Not a whole lot of people watched that video, but that was freaking great. And I'm so happy that I went and saw that. So, but yeah, it annoys me that they would do that. Why would you sell them early? I don't get it. Can I be the video in the video store? I mean, you never know. Lil Pee Wee, the hose is in the club, Rob. Excuse me. Came for the alien, but got this human talking. Oops. Oops, sorry. Should he just be like, let's see, will this work if I do this? Be like, hey guys. Hey everybody. I'm an alien. Look at me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. No? Okay. Will that still work? Oh, even if I move it, it still works. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's great. Yeah, I'm telling you. The only movie that I was this excited about this year was Dune 2. And Dune 2 blew my tits off. So, I mean, look, they're gone. I'm just kidding. But no, yeah, very, very excited. Very excited for this movie. Going for $70 already. Oh, I've seen them for much more than that. And it's the same thing with video games. It's anything that people want. Concert tickets. How many times have you tried to get tickets to a show and they're sold out because a bunch of people are selling them for 4 times the price or whatever on Ticket Hub or whatever. I don't know. I don't even do that stuff anymore. But it's one of those things that it's not even the fact that I care that much. It's just that it makes no sense. It makes no sense for a theater. It's all about the movies, right? Why would you do something to lessen the experience of those who are paying money to watch the movie in the theater? It's just, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. I just don't get it. That fly has been, that fly, I'm going to punch that fly right in the nuts. Ringerverse is a channel podcast network, and they recently did a Is the Last Jedi Good debate live stream, which the algorithm served up to me. Okay. I clicked on it to check it out, and the chat replay popped up, and I saw my old mate Cosmo's name in the chat. The Ringerverse. Okay. Interesting. Well, thank you guys. I didn't know anything about that. But here's the thing. Even debates about Star Wars, I mean, The Last Jedi would have been interesting. But any debate about Star Wars right now is kind of like, it's just like, oh my God, I don't know. The last few years have kind of broke me a little bit when it comes to talking about Star Wars. Because I love Star Wars. I mean, obviously, I love Star Wars. But man, I watched that Seven Samurai video right when it was uploaded, Ricky, and I know you did. I know you did because you were the first comment, and I think you were the first view. So I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate it. I mean, look, here's the thing. I don't really care about views, but I would like people to watch it and to enjoy it. And if that's why you do this. Why one does this. It's because they want people to watch and listen and enjoy. And if they don't, then that's fine. But the people that do, I want them to enjoy it. I don't know. So I appreciate that. It made me cough. Yeah, it did. It did. Would love to have Rob on that show talking about The Last Jedi. I mean, look, I wouldn't say I wouldn't do it, but I would have to, that would be I would need a lot of caffeine, and I would need a lot of, I would need to do lots of stretches, because there's going to be things, I know there's going to be things that are said that are just like, no, that's not what happened. No, Luke didn't try to kill him. He lit his lightsaber, but he didn't try to kill him. It wasn't the same as when he almost killed his own father. Anybody remember that about Luke? That he almost killed his own dad? Anybody? No? No, Luke's not impetuous anymore. He's a Jedi. Okay. So being a Jedi suddenly cures you of all of your faults that you've had your entire life? I'm not getting into it. Anyway. Alien Romulus looks awesome, doesn't it? Man, it looks good. And just hearing the people, like there's one guy in particular that I really trust. I've watched this guy or listened or read this guy, I guess. He was more of a, he wrote on Ain't It Cool News. Anybody remember Ain't It Cool News? Yeah, he was one of the writers on there. And man, I've always enjoyed his takes on things. And he's one of those where I connected to the point where I'm like, okay, if he likes something, I'm probably gonna enjoy it too. Doesn't always work with any reviewer, but I know that if he's gonna like it, then I'm probably gonna like it. And he said, yeah, he really dug it, so I was really excited to see that. Those other damn people I brought more tickets than what I need. Someone backed out, so I'm selling these for this much, and they cost more than they did normally. Yeah, well, I just think the whole thing is ridiculous. I mean, seriously, how many PS5s could you actually need? Right? You're telling me that all those people that had, look at this wall of PS5s that I have. And it was just like, you guys are buttholes, man. I mean, sure, I get it. In this day and age, you just need to scrape up the money wherever you can get it. And I get it. And I in a way, I understand it. But it's also exactly the reason why I stopped buying Lego sets like to keep and then flip later. It just it seemed wrong. And I don't want to take even one unit that could go to a fan, somebody who really wanted it, some kid asked for it for their birthday, parents save up so they can buy it for them, and then they go to the website and it's sold out because I have one in my closet. That just seems wrong, man. And it's I just don't want to do that. So, yeah. I mean, it's just like, okay, that. I've had a couple of offers on that. But if somebody ends up buying that at some point, I'll sell it to you for what I bought it for. Like the exact same. I'm not going to bump it up because it's rare or whatever. Screw that. I just hate that crap, man. Now, I will say that if I ever sell these things, I'll put it up on eBay and just start it at cost and then see what happens. That's different. Totally different. But anyway. Luke didn't even make a motion acting like he was going to kill him, right? He lit it and immediately went, what am I doing? But anyway, discussion around entertainment these days is more often than not very grating. It's just, I think what it is something's happened. And we're going to actually talk about this. It's kind of an interesting thing, but it seems to be, we're at a point where there is no gray area anymore. You either like something, you either love it or you hate it. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen or the worst thing you've ever seen. I just don't get that. Like, how could you possibly give even Borderlands, which I hear is not great. Okay. I've heard many, many people say it's not a great movie, but it's not terrible. It's not the worst movie you've ever seen. But how many people went on IMDb or whatever and scored it a 1 or a 0 or whatever the lowest thing you could possibly do? That's stupid. It's absolutely stupid because then the numbers have no meaning anymore. They have no meaning. So I just don't get it. I don't understand. Billy twerking made me glad I did squats today. Yeah. See, what I've been doing, well, of course, I'm doing the hiking every weekend. We did 4 miles. Was it 4 miles? Yeah, 4 miles on Sunday or Saturday, whatever day it was. And then we did, 6 miles the week before. And then we're coming up, we're going to skip a week. We're going to skip a week because I'm going to Kansas City Retro with Billy and Jay. I mean, as far as I know, I actually haven't heard from him in a while. But yeah, that's gonna be a thing. So if you're gonna be in Kansas City and you want to go to Kansas City Retro, Billy J and I will be there. So there you go. But yeah, everything's either the greatest thing ever or it's the worst. Or whatever. It's stupid. It's stupid, and I think it's taken away the conversation. You know, and it's because I mean, like if you see something, but see, like it started with just conversation. You know, it was actually a Louis C.K. bit where he talked about that. Like when people just use the biggest word for things. Like, oh, I talked to whatever today. That's hilarious. Really? Do you know what the word hilarious means? Hilarious means you lost control because it was so funny. It broke your brain. Seriously? You seeing that lady is just hilarious and it just destroyed your entire. No. And he said, what he should have said is, that happened, which I thought was funny. But here's the thing. There's no room for the gray anymore, you know? Politically, it's the same thing. We're not getting into that, but politically it's the same thing, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It started, I think, probably in the mid 2010. Well, I would say probably like 2012, 2013. People started using words incorrectly, and it just filtered into everything. Like, if you disagree with me, you're my enemy, and I must smite you. And it's like, what happened to just like, hey, let's have a conversation. Let's kind of come to a common ground. We might even decide that we are firmly on the opposite of this issue or whatever. But it doesn't mean that we can't be civil to each other. Like, I don't understand it. But anyway. Excuse me. Sorry, I bumped the mic. Don't be a Rufus. Remember to like the stream. Hey, Rufus, I appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that. And of course, look, I saw that there were 2 likes before I even started. I appreciate that. You know why? Because that does things for the algorithm. Comments, likes, of course, a subscription, all of those things help a video, help the channel altogether. Like I said, I'm just happy you're here, But hey, you liking the stream does help. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You don't have to, dislike it if you want. But yeah, I appreciate it. In Cloud City, before the reveal, Luke wanted to kill Vader, I would say. The stakes in a fight are life and death at that point from a certain perspective. Well, true, but remember, when Vader, this is a 1983 spoiler alert, but when Vader says or suggests that maybe his sister could fall to the dark side, and Luke goes insane, cuts his hand off, and almost murders him before the Emperor snaps him out of it by laughing and going, good, right? And then he stops and he's like, what the hell? I've turned into my father. It's the same thing. Luke makes snap judgments. He makes judgment calls, and he is driven by his own emotions. He's an emotional guy, a sensitive guy, I would say. But that's what drives him. His emotions drive him. So yes, he made a mistake, but he didn't try to kill him. He didn't try to kill young Ben. They're sleeping. But what he did is he probably looked in his head and said, oh my God, this guy he's going to help murder millions of people. Anyway. Oh, he would have just sat and said, oh, Ben, maybe you should not do that, and we should, whatever. It's just, it's people with no imagination. But that's just me. For used books, I prefer to pay 50% cover price. I mean, sure. Half price books. Sure. Yes. Sure. But it depends on the book, though, I really don't mind people buying multiple copies of things, especially if they have plans for them. But when it's done purely for profit, that's when it's real shitty to me. Lil Pee Wee, we park our speeder bikes in the same garage? I don't even know where speeder bikes are parked. It's a bad example. We park our TIE fighters in the same docking bay? That sounds slightly sexual, and I didn't mean it to be. But anyway, Borderlands is just there. It's not that great, but not insanely horrible. I just don't need to see it again. There you go, Ricky. There you go. And that's an even kill. Like, what would you give that? Like a 5 out of 10? 6 out of 10? 4 out of 10? A 1 out of 10? It's just like, I don't understand that. Like, why would you immediately think, oh, well, I didn't like that, so it's a 1? Oh, I didn't. Oh, I thought that was really good. I enjoyed myself. I'm gonna watch it every day for the rest of my life. It's so good. That's a 10 out of 10. But Morbius is not okay. Uh, Justice League is not a 10 out of 10. The Snyder Cut. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that made that a 10 out of 10, and I'm sorry, not a 10 out of 10. It's not. It's. I enjoyed it, but it's not a 10 out of 10. Anyway, no in between. Yes, no in between. 4-mile hike. That's a lot, man. Good on you. Well, Derek, that's the thing. We did 6 miles last weekend, and then we're at the end of September, we're gonna do 8 miles, and then every 2 months we're gonna bump it up another 2 miles. So, I've actually, we're doing well. We're not having, in fact, the 3, no, that's what it was. We did the 6 mile 2 weekends ago. Last weekend, we did a 3 mile on the moderate, and the moderate kicked our butts. So I say we need to do the moderates a little more, because I did not like the feeling of this is terrible, you know? So walking around KC Retro a few times, you'll probably do 10 miles anyway. The thing is, though, Bucho, at these conventions, you walk around once and you go, okay, there's nothing, especially for me, where I'm kind of like, there's nothing for me. I'll go sit down and talk to the boys. You're not really up that much. So, classic CK bet. Yes. Hilarious. I say around 2010 is when everybody started taking absolute positions on everything, and probably cemented around 2015. Yeah. And then we ended up getting the presidential elections, which, look, the one thing that you might, I think we can all agree on, is that Trump changed the game. He did. Because it wasn't about your positions anymore. It's what zingers can I throw out, And even senators and everybody got into that game, and it got to the point now where you're just calling names. You're not talking about a position anymore. But again, hashtag no politics. Anyway, instead of arguing, we need to be civil and just ask any ass eat. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. Jedi shouldn't have emotions, but Luke does, and that's why he's the best. I mean, you two park your speeder bikes in the same ass. 5 to 5.4. Okay, Ricky, that is a completely serviceable rating. That actually gives me information. Dumb and Dumber's a 12 out of 9. Okay, well, I mean, if somebody tells me, look, I think Dumb and Dumber is the best comedy of all time, I can't argue with that. I can't. There are other movies that I think are really funny. Airplane, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, The First Ace Ventura. But if you say Dumb and Dumber and it's your favorite, there you go. I assume speeders are parked in the forest with my very limited knowledge of the Wars of Star. Well, here's the thing, though. Speeder bikes can be used on many different planets. So what I'm thinking is, speeders can be, deployed on a magnitude. There's a magnitude. There's so many different vehicles that speeder bikes can be parked in. In fact, the Republic gunship, in the back comes down. There are speeder bikes in the Republic gunships. So, but they're also in AT-ATs. They had them on Endor. But hey, Borderlands is the worst movie ever. Disney destroyed. Fans hated it. Woke. Yeah, exactly. It's what angry people online told me. It's exhausting. Yes. Clue. When Harry Met Lloyd was. Oh, Clue's a good movie. When Harry Met Lloyd was pretty good too. See, is that the Dumb and Dumberer? Because there's Dumb and Dumber 2, T.O. That's with actual Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. But the other one with the other actors, I never saw that one. I heard it wasn't good, and I was like, eh. I picked the Yavin Leo set I picked the Yavin Leo set on sale for $60 the other day. Lego set. Yavin. Interesting. That's I don't know. I don't know the prices right now, but that's good. By the way, anybody interested in some Lego news? Because this got announced, and I thought, wow, if you're in to Nightmare Before Christmas, that's a pretty cool set. That is a pretty neat little set right there. 2,193 pieces for $199.99. That's pretty cool. And I mean, there's a lot of minifigs. It's really cool. I'm not buying it. It's not my thing. But that is a really cool looking set. I'm just saying, I think it's a cool looking set. But there you go. There you go. You're telling me that speeder bikes can be used on other planets besides Teddy Bear Planet? Are you saying I'm stupid because of my race? He said that with heavy sarcasm. All I'm saying is you might not know that they are used on multiple planets. In which case I'm telling you that they can be used on multiple planets. Dude, that Lego set looks badass, right? I think it's awesome. I got my wife the Snow White set. That was a cool one. I'll tell you this. After finishing Rivendell, it kind of makes me want more like houses and villages and things like that. Because, man, that was so much fun to build Rivendell. It was so cool. But I actually have something to show you. Something that came in. This guy. It's ready to ship. Are you ready? That's right. That's right. I had to get it. And especially because since I'm a member of the Lego Insider Club or whatever, it's basically I buy a lot from Lego themselves. You get their what do you call it? Their membership thing. I got $100 off of this. So I only paid $55 for this. So pretty cool. This is my first time actually looking at the back and everything. But yeah, there it is. So 1,497 pieces. So you can build it. Yeah, so you can build it like it's coming out of the water, or you can build it where it's a freestanding thing. Can you hear me? Okay. But yeah, dude. Yes. It's just cool, man. If you're a fan of this movie, it's just awesome. And I'm apparently. Is that Spanish? But it's freaking cool, man. I love it. I love it. So cool. So cool. Yeah, you're going to need a bigger boat for sure. It's so freaking cool, though. I also have no space for Legos. I have too many 6-inch-ish plastic people around my house. I understand. I mean, I have all that up there. Then I have. It's getting ridiculous. Okay, it's getting ridiculous. There are 8. There are 8 sets in our dining room, mixed with our living room, and into sort of the kitchen. And then there's one. Actually, there's no. That's it. There's one in our workout room. Workout room. I don't work out in there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. I have 4 up there. It's ridiculous. It's getting to be like we need a new house for our Lego. So it's getting nuts. I would make place for that that Seinfeld Lego set though. The Seinfeld set's awesome. The Friends set is awesome. There's so many of them that you just really have to pick and choose. I'm not one of those that it's hard for me to just buy everything, you know? It's terrible. So I can't. And you have customs that you won't finish, Jacob. People all gripe at me for my vehicles. Yet the house is full of shit. Yeah, well, why are you gonna call me out on stream like that? What's Bucho gonna think of me now? Oops. Oops. And there is one other thing. So this right here is why it's gonna be a rough next couple of months. Because I'm in debt. I mean, I think I've explained how things work here. That April and I both get an allowance. That way we don't go crazy with spending. But we do reserve the right to, borrow against future months. Right? Well, I bought this today. Well, not today. I bought it Sunday. But yeah. I mean, I would say that I had to, but that's not really true. It's not really true. But yeah, the Panasonic DP-UP820P-K Blu-ray player, 4K Blu-ray player. And I got it set up earlier, and I got to say, it's leaps and bounds better than the Sony already. Like, I haven't even watched a full movie on it yet, but I can tell. Just because of all the information that comes up on the screen when you hit this, like, what is it, status or whatever, and it comes up with all the information, how many megs per second, comes with all the details, and it auto switches between HDR and not HDR. My Sony doesn't do that. I'm excited. I'm excited to have this because now I don't have to worry if it's a 100 gig disc. 4K disc, is it gonna play? No, I don't have to worry about it. It's awesome. So there you go. You had to. Good stuff. Yeah, Shazama. I'm really happy with it. Of course it was super simple to set up. Already got it updated and all that kind of stuff. Got it programmed into my universal remote and all that stuff. I'm very excited. And in fact, I'm gonna go now so I can go watch a movie. Okay, bye everybody. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it is. I don't know why what's DP mean on the front of the. I don't get it. Honestly, to be honest, Bucho loves making fun of me. Look at this guy. Just loves making fun of Americans. And I'm pretty sure everybody has a phrase or something like that they say all the time when they're thinking, And for me, hey, to be honest, this is blah, 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 blah. It's one of those things. But Bucho just doesn't let it go. Just never lets it go. But that's why we love him, right? Anyway, any ass eat. Well, there he is. There's the Billy man himself. Did you see that? Did you see this, Billy? Came in today? Yeah. pretty excited. Pretty excited. The batteries that come with it may last. The batteries that come with it may last long. Just saying. May last long or may not last long. Because if they last long, why would I care? Doesn't matter. I mean, I've got plenty of AA batteries, but may not. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no problem. Leave Her to Heaven. Shozama, was that you? Was that you that suggested that, recommended that movie to me? Or was it Rufus? I can't remember who did it. I mean, that was months ago. It was you? Okay. It's next on the list, Shazama. It's next on the list. So, there you go. There you go. Yeah, we already had a lot of ass eat talking stuff. But look, here's the thing. So, since because I bought this new 4K Blu-ray player that was it's still on sale from what I understand. It's still like $380 down from like $420 on Amazon. So it's down to like $382, something like that, $381. If you're interested, it's a pretty good deal. And I think I looked at like a price watch thing. The cheapest I ever got was $350. That was one time last year for Black Friday. So it may go on sale again. But I'm just saying it's a pretty good deal. But because of that, you might have noticed there's no juice thing today. No juice poll. And it's because I have no more liquids. So I had to make one. That stupid fly. Still just flying around. Just flying around like some kind of... But anyway, no not to watch RoboCop? Okay. Well, I mean, I've seen RoboCop on the Sony. But I'll watch it again. Dude, you don't have to tell me, hey, go watch RoboCop. I mean, come on. But yeah, so here's the thing. I think I told you guys about this. There's a liquid that I purchased back in like 2016, 2017. It was amazing, an acai flavor. And it was so good, right? And then the company decided, okay, we're going under. We're not selling liquid anymore, right? So I bought up every single bottle that I could. I think I had like 12 or 15 60 ml bottles. And I've been trying to replicate this thing because I do the DIY stuff where you get the flavors, you measure out, grams and things like that, right? Well, this one I tried today. I decided I was going to add to my previous recipe. I was going to add a little bit of strawberry and a little bit of black currant. And I got to say, let's give it a nut. It's pretty good. So I figured what I would do is I would instead of, trying out liquids, I would show you. So this is going to be the sort of slightly vape related part of the show. So if you don't like that, hey, it's no big deal. I understand. But I wanted to show you the two single most expensive devices that I ever purchased. Okay? And they're both by the same company. It's a company called Vicious Ant. Here's the first one. There you go. It's called the Spade. So the ant looks like that, right? That's their logo. It's kind of neat. But yeah, so the Spade. Here it is. Ooh. So, what this is a little tiny guy. You put your little RDA on top. This opens up. You put your battery in here. Here's your bottle with your, right here. You squonk it up to the thing. Yeah, pretty cool. And this is stabilized wood. So every single one of these that was made, this is unique. There is no other one. There's plenty of these, right? But none of them are like this. It's kind of neat. Take a guess how much this was. It's It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, it's actually kind of dumb. But the thing was, is back then I was really into the high end stuff. But then I was like, dude, this is cheap. I mean, I wouldn't say this was cheap, but this is probably a $120 setup, and it does the exact same thing. It's still a squonk. It does the exact same thing that this does. You're low, Ricky. I'll just tell you. This mod, $390. Okay, 567 is a little high. But then I was like, ooh, they came out with a different one. This one's really interesting. So it's called the Club. Same company. Oh, and by the way, you might have noticed this one was called the Spade. The hole where you put your finger, it's in the shape of a spade. You see that? It's kind of neat. But this one's called the Club. Ooh, very pretty. Spade, the Club. Now, the interesting thing about this one, it might look the same. In fact, it looks kind of similar when you take the thing off. Except there's this thing. What is this? Instead of the RDA screwing up on top, this goes in the device. So this is what we're going to vape tonight. We're going to try it. Oh, and by the way, it also comes with a matching drip tip. So this one's blue out of the same. This is stabilized wood as well. This is the single most expensive device I've ever purchased. And I looked it up today and went, oh God. And I bought it from them. This is from the Philippines. Both of these devices. This company is based in the Philippines. I purchased this device for $498. That's crazy. That's crazy. But here's the thing. I need something. Here we go. So, this little RDA guy, I've already built it and I've already wicked it. So, let's go ahead and wick this puppy. Or not wick it, but, you know, get it going a little bit. Okay. Then you put the cap on. This device was, I mean, I gotta say, as expensive as this thing was, way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got it wet. Oh, we got it wet. So wet. But so now it screws down. And I'm gonna need a dime. A dime is perfect to screw this down all the way. Okay, so that's down. So see that little thing right there? That's your airflow control. The air comes in right there to a single coil device. And then you bring this guy out. We got to fill this up so that we can squonk into it, which is kind of neat that you can just fill up right like that. That is kind of slow though. Oh, oh. It shot back out. That was terrible. Okay. Okay. Be right back. Hold on. look, I'm sorry. Okay. I just got excited and I just I couldn't help it. Sometimes look, when you get to be, a certain age, sometimes things happen like this and you just have to roll with it, and you have to do, sorry, it's a little bit of a performance problem. But anyway, let's just take the lid off and fill it up that way. That's much easier. Yeah, that goes in there, no problem. No issues there. Eager Beaver made a mess. Exactly, Derek. And look. So, like I said, sometimes you just. I'll just say this about this liquid though. I'm making a ton of this because here's the other thing. I don't know if you remember me saying this. Probably nobody, but that's okay. So here's the thing. I kept making this liquid based on a flavoring that's no longer available. So once I'm out of that flavoring, I wouldn't be able to make the liquid anymore. So I was really kind of worried that I wouldn't be able to, wouldn't be able to do the thing. But now I don't have to worry about it because this new recipe that I made up today, don't need it. But see, this thing is so freaking cool because it's not threading on correctly. Okay, little back off there and then screw it down. There we go. And I forgot. Man, it's been a long time since I've used this thing. All right. So then, come on, you gotta line up the shield. Okay. Then this little screw down thing guy here, positive up. So I got my 18650, put it in there, screw it down. And now, and dude, the freaking custom board, this thing's sweet. All right. So the drip tip goes in there. 5 clicks. 0.4 at 55 watts. That's what I used. It's kind of hard to see. It's so bright. Hold on. I haven't used one of these mods in a while. Atomizer system brightness. Let's turn that brightness down. What time is it? It's 7:58. On what is today? Today is August 13th, 2024. But see, what's cool about this is that it keeps track of all of your hits and all that stuff. It's a really, dude, this device is awesome. So, there we go. Look at how, okay. This guy and this guy. So yeah. Freaking almost $500 worth of vape here. That's crazy. And this thing has never left the house, by the way. Yeah. Okay, wait. I think I closed the air down. Because that is very tight. There we go. That's what we need. All right, here we go. Little squonk. It fills up the thing. So if anybody does any DIY, hit me up and I can give you the recipe. Because this is freaking amazing. It's really, really good. I mean, it's very fruity. It's got acai, it's got a little bit of strawberry, a little bit of black currant, honeycomb, and Greek yogurt mixed together, and it is gorgeous. Now, here's the thing. The reason that I brought this guy out is because I watched a video recently, a guy that I watch on YouTube. He just bought one for like $120. So he just bought one secondhand for like $120. Now, instead of a black body, it was orange. It was bright orange. But again, totally different design and all that. But just look at those colors, man. That is gorgeous. This is not a, I'm a trucker and I'm going to have no. No, I'm sorry. This is what that's for. This thing will take a freaking beating. This one, this is a baby. Baby this device, you know what I mean? Okay. Is this my new desk mod now? Should I just use this from now on? Dude, this is badass. Why haven't I been using this? It's seriously been sitting in my closet for years. I don't think I've used this since probably like 2021. And it's great. Put your finger in the hole. This hole? No, listen, because what happens is, because I filled this bottle up, right? So it goes up into the RDA, which you can't really see. Goes into the RDA, gets the wicks wet, goes to the coil. But what happens is when you let go, it pulls the excess down. So listen, you'll be able to hear it. It should come out of this hole here. So if I hit the button, hit the little thing, and then let go, that's why they call it a squonk. But yeah, you don't want to cover up this hole though, because that's your airflow. You can't get anything out of it. But dude, that's freaking awesome. I'm really kind of impressed. So in 2018 or 2019, I bought this for $480 or $498, I think. That's crazy. That's a ridiculous amount of money for this. It's stupid, but it's gorgeous, and I'm gonna use it. So here's the thing. I went on their website, which I can't tell you, but I'm pretty sure if you searched for Vicious Ant, you might be able to find their website. They don't sell these anymore. What they sell is they sell stuff like they sell all kinds of stuff. They sell mechanical mods, they sell Boro mods, like if you know anything, like the billet box, like this guy. So it's basically the same kind of concept. So you've got your tank and your thing here. Battery goes here, and then this closes up, and you hit the button. This was made in America. This was only $200 and something. But I use this from time to time, but that's freaking awesome. Anyway. Sexy what aunt? Not aunt. Ant. Vicious ant. As in an ant. There you go. That kind of shines. But yeah, the club. Oh, and here's another cool thing that they did that I think this is just stupid ingenious. And again, very, very, it's high dollar stuff, right? So they also give you a metal keychain. It says Vicious Ant on the bottom. Got the ant symbol. But you pull this out, or you wait, is it? Yeah, you unscrew it maybe. Oh crap! This might not work anymore, or it might be all gummed up because it's just sat in a closet for. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's just an O-ring, but an O-ring with another bottle. So you could carry another bottle with you. So if you, during the day, you go through all your liquid in this bottle, you can just swap out the bottles on a keychain. Bottle pops out just like the other one. There you go. I think that's ingenious. That is really, really smart and kind of a very classy way. Okay, maybe I shouldn't close that all the way. Because, O-rings over time, But I'm just surprised that it works as well as it does. It's cool, man. It's a cool device. I like it. So there you go. Acai. Pretty cool. Damn for the reload, right? I just think it's really cool. Rob showing his no, not showing anything about my aunt. But yeah. What else did I The drip tech is insane. The drip tip? Yeah. Yeah, the fact that it matches, that they got the same block of wood that they had made and made a drip tip out of it as well is just really, really cool. Just super cool. It's just really neat. You could have had a new Mac Mini M2 for $498. Well, yeah, but like I said, I bought this 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I don't think there were Silicon Macs back. No, there weren't. There weren't Silicon Macs back then. So there you go. I call dibs on the other one. Are you kidding? It'd be difficult to part with these because they're really nice, man. They're really nice. Oh, look at that. It comes with an extra bottle too in a keychain. I didn't realize that. There you go. The spade. Look, if Ricky, we'll talk. Because you already said that you wanted to buy my chair. I don't know if that's still true. But that would be a very, I wouldn't sell that to you for $400. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to part with it. I don't know. Freaking nerd. I've never seen Rob eat an apple. Not once. Well, I do have mostly Apple stuff. I did used to work contracted for him, so. Yeah. I can't believe that did what it did, but that's okay. That's really good. Anyway, I had a real nice vape that first time we met at Retropalooza and it magically disappeared from our table. Man, you got to lock everything down at Retropalooza, apparently. You blow some clouds with me? Okay. Oh, really, Ricky? Would you like some? Dude, now I can make all the liquid. I can make all of it. Because all of those flavorings are readily available. Very, very nice. Very nice. Rob sounds like he's teaching sex ed right now. Do you hear the squonk? I will say, one of the things about squonking. So right, you're filling up the reservoir on an RDA that's out here. You know if you filled it up too much because you can see liquid coming out the air holes. See those air holes? With this, you can't see that. So you got to be real careful because otherwise it'll come leaking out the mod and then get all over the electronics and screw up the device. So I have to be kind of careful with it. Anyway. Matt Walls, what's going on? Okay, so that's done. We're done with vaping. The vaping stuff is over. At least for the night. I won't force you to sell anything, but I'm still getting the chair. Okay. Sell it to you for 500. No, it's okay. It wouldn't be 500, but I don't know. I'd have to really think and, see if I really want to sell it. I forgot how annoying it is to wick this box tank. I forget the name. RDA or something on this Nano. Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing about this. I think that might be why I quit using it, is because if it's time to re-wick, you gotta undo everything. You gotta take the drip tip off, unscrew it, pull the thing out, put it on another mod, and it's kind of a bummer to re-wick and stuff. But once it's set up, and it's nice, dude. Just look at that. It's so gorgeous. I love it. Anyway, is it me or is it Rob's mic not working? We're just hearing the camera audio. Seriously? I don't think so. Is anybody else having an audio issue? Does it sound weird? Doesn't sound weird to me. It's Matt. Okay, Matt. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I just listened to it on the replay there. I didn't hear a problem. Audio is crystal clear. Okay then. I just wanted to show you this. I think I mentioned before that there were going to be, so the history of Middle Earth, right? All these, they're releasing new versions. So you can see how, like these, how uniform that is. And then down here too, I wanted to show you this because a guy on Reddit, well, he got every single one of them. That's what it looks like. So, Silmarillion, Unfinished Tales, then Beren and Luthien, Children of Húrin, Fall of Gondolin, Fall of Númenor, then the 4 box sets of A History of Middle-earth, then The Nature of Middle-earth, Complete Guide to Middle-earth, Tales from the Perilous Realm, History of the Hobbit, then The Hobbit, and Lord of the Rings. So basically 5 different box sets. I don't know how expensive all that was. I think each of those 4 box sets right in the center there, they're about $100 a piece. And I just can't justify it. But wow, does that look amazing. All put together. That looks great. That looks really, really nice. But wow. What's that, like $700? Well, okay. Okay, the box on the far right is this one right here. It was about 120. That Complete Guide to Middle-earth is about 40. In fact, each individual book that you see is about between $40 and $50. $30, $40, $50. And then those 4 box sets, I think, are around $100 a piece. And if you look at the bottom, look at this, the bottom insignia there. That's HarperCollins, and those are HarperCollins all across the board. Those are all purchased from the UK. So if you wanted to get them in America, which I have almost all of my ones like that, I got from the UK. But I got them when they first came out. So I got like a pre-order price. I have no idea what that whole thing costs. But dude, they're gorgeous. The only thing I don't like about these box sets, the history, you can see right here, there's Silmarillion and Unfinished Tales. So there's basically, there's a Silmarillion there, Unfinished Tales. But these are illustrated. All the history of Middle-earth over here, none of them are illustrated inside, but the rest of them are. Anyway, I just thought it was neat looking. And I thought I'd share. With you. I plugged my headphones back in and it's fine now. My bad. Matt, it's no problem. It is no problem. Hey, just for that, you're going to need to hydrate. And hey, here's the thing that I mean, at least for me, the only bad thing about vaping is you might get a little too much nicotine. You might get a little bit of a head rush, but also you get thirsty. So stay hydrated. I'm going to end this poll because it doesn't really matter. But 65% want to see Alien Romulus, 12% say nah, and 24% ask what's an Alien Romulus. But there you go. I mean, if someone reads his token lore on... Wait. If all someone reads is token lore on Lord of the Rings, to me it's not terrible. Wheel of Time is 15 books and it's pushing hundreds of dollars. So, absolutely, Matt. Absolutely. Like I bought the Kindle version of the entire Wheel of Time, and it was 140 something. But I guarantee you I got $140 worth out of that. Now these, let's turn off the hydration bear. Oops. I've read every single one. Okay, so starting about right here, I haven't read Tales of Perilous Realm yet because I'm still making my way. This is the Letters of J.R.R. Tolkien. That's the complete guide to Middle Earth. I don't have the version that's in this style. I just have this one, the paperback. I don't really need it. I don't feel like I need it. I still haven't read Nature of Middle Earth or... Oh, wait a minute. I do have the complete guide. I don't have the History of the Hobbit. I don't have that one. I have... It's down here. The older version. Down here. But, yeah. So there's a few books that I have remaining to read. And I'm super into Tolkien, you know. But I'm like right now I'm reading Once and Future King by T.H. White. Because I have a desire to write a medieval story. So I'm brushing up on my medieval literature. I finished Le Morte d'Arthur. I read Sir Gawain and the Grey Knight. And now I'm reading Once and Future King. But I'm also in between a lot of those. I'm reading Mistborn. So there you go. Spencer, how's it going? Aliens. Well, maybe not that kind of alien. We're talking about more like this kind of alien. That kind of alien. Because Alien Romulus comes out on Thursday, and I'm super excited. I read some of that in high school, Once in Future King. It's great. It's really, really great. And so I was able to find the book because I have the paperback bound like this, you know, but it's kind of hard to read. So I found a digital version for free online. Just found it. There it is. Bam. Put it down. Started reading it. And I was like, I'd like to listen to an audiobook if there is one available. There is one available, but it's very expensive. But it's available through Hoopla, through my local library. So it's awesome. Run Xenomorph in your room. Oh crap. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Dragonlance has over 200 books. Star Wars is pushing 300. If you want a complete collection, it's like $800. Yeah, there was a really cool picture that I saw on where was that? But it was every book released, every Star Wars book, like fiction book, right? Legends book, and then all the new canon books, starting with Thrawn, with Heir to the Empire, the first Thrawn book, and it filled up. I mean, it was a huge, and it was just it was beautiful, and they were all hardcover too, which is really nice. But I just don't care that much, you know? Didn't Disney base their movie on the first part of that book? Yes, Ted. Yes. Because it's Once in Future King is split into 4 separate books, kind of, all in the same book. The first one is Sword in the Stone. And it's kind of cool because it's like reading the cartoon, and it's funny. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. So, oh wait a minute, I have text messages from someone. Uh oh, it's just Billy and Jay asking each other questions. Okay, okay then. Let's see. Why don't we get into some of the, I wouldn't say news. Some of this is news and some of this is just kind of like, oh. So the first one is this. It's kind of like oh, I didn't know this was happening. Netflix greenlights a Ghostbusters animated series. So that's coming. Interesting. I just hope that Netflix, I don't know, maybe brush up on your security, because apparently episodes of season 2 of Arcane and Terminator Zero leaked online. I just thought that was interesting, and I thought I'd bring it up to your attention. So there you go. Also in the news this week, it's not really news, it's an interview. But we had an interview with, well, the king himself, right? The king of the world, James Cameron, talking about Avatar, talking about Alien Romulus, talking about his new show coming out on National Geographic called Ocean Explorers. I kind of am interested in it because it sounds kind of cool. But also a secret Terminator project. So basically something he's been working on. I don't know. Seems like, look, the dude is in Avatar land for sure. But I just thought that was interesting. So there you go. But then he also was asked a question. Let's see. Ocean Explorers, USOs, Terminator Zero. There we go. Here's the question. So you've also had recently the 4K transfers of Aliens and True Lies that came out. It did get blowback in the fan community, some feeling that the image quality wasn't as high as they wanted it to be. You obviously have a very high standard, so I'm wondering what you thought. James Cameron said, when people start reviewing your grain structure, they need to move out of mom's basement and meet somebody, right? I'm serious. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? I've got a great team that does the transfers. I do all the color and density work. I look at every shot, every frame, and then the final transfer is done by a guy who has been with me for years. All the Avatar films are done that way. Everything is done that way. Get a life, people. Seriously. Now, you might think that the people that have been complaining about this, well, they might not be too happy about it. And recently, this guy decided that he's going to respond to this, and he's a Twitter personality as far as I know. But his name's HD Movie Source, and this is what he said. James Cameron's statement. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I wanted to read something that really stuck out to me, and it seems like the basis of his retort. Okay. James Cameron's statement is incredibly disappointing and frankly out of touch with what true film restoration and picture quality should represent. The idea that appreciating the grain structure in a film is something only done by people who need to get a life is both insulting and dismissive. Film grain is an integral part of the cinematic experience, a texture that brings life and authenticity to the image. It's not just a relic of older technology. It's an artistic choice that contributes to the mood, feel, and depth of the film. Here you go. Restoration isn't about stripping away the character of a film to make it look like it was shot yesterday on the latest digital cameras. It's about preserving the original intent, the look and feel that the filmmakers and audiences experienced at the time of release. When you remove the grain, you're not just updating the image, you're fundamentally altering it, erasing part of its history and texture. This isn't about nostalgia or living in the past. It's about respecting the medium and the artistry involved in its creation. Now he goes on and says some other things, but I have something to say. I'm not going to be one of these people that says, "Oh, HD movie source, you're wrong." And I obviously am not going to go to James Cameron and tell him that he's wrong. What I am going to say is, as far as I'm concerned, and I know this is going to be a thing. Okay? There's going to be people that disagree with this. But here you go. Did he take anything out of the movie? Was the movie fundamentally changed in any way? Is the story intact? As far as I'm concerned, no, he didn't. He didn't take anything out. It wasn't like George Lucas when he put in extra scenes or changed scenes for the special editions. All he did was clean up the grain. So that's an aesthetic choice. Okay? That's an aesthetic choice that, as the director, he wanted. Now, he says, this is what he says. It's about preserving the original intent, the look and feel that the filmmakers and audiences experienced at the time of release. I'm just going to say this. James Cameron himself said, if I wasn't forced to shoot on Super 35, Aliens would have looked different. Super 35 introduces an extreme amount of grain that Cameron didn't like, but that's what he was forced to use. So him going back retroactively, sure, but going back and taking out that grain, I'm fine with it. And I know there's going to be people that say, well, how about the fact that they just used a 2K upscale? It's still the best the movie's ever looked. So, and I'm talking about Aliens in particular. It's still the best it's ever looked. So, as far as I'm concerned, you have to look at I'm trying to look at it from not only the perspective of James Cameron, but also the studio. The studio didn't want to pay for a brand new 4K transfer when they had a 2K transfer. They probably did a little bit of testing. They did some up converting from 2K to 4K, and they go, that looks great. That looks so good. That looks so much better than anything else we've had before when it comes to Aliens. So they did that. That's what they did. And it was not just an aesthetic choice. It was a cost-effective choice. It was a choice made by the studio that we're not going to pay for a brand new 4K transfer. That's it. That's it. Now, Billy, and I think Billy might still be here. He may not be. But if he's not, it's fine. But I'm not going to try to throw, shade Billy's way. But Billy said that he's done some AI upconverting, some of the same work that was done for Aliens, and he can see that in the image, and it distracts him. I can understand that. And I can empathize. But when I watched it, I didn't see any of that. I saw a beautiful image, one of my favorite movies looking better than I've ever seen it. And so, yeah, it's the grain itself is an aesthetic choice. The AI up converting, that's a completely different thing. But that's also a studio choice. The studio chose to do that. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that the studio didn't want to pay for a brand new 4K transfer or 8K even, They said, hey, this is good enough. That's probably what they did. So from my perspective, it's a cost-cutting measure. And the thing is, you talk about, when HD Movie Source talks about the original intent, his intent was not for it to look that grainy. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people watch Aliens and it's almost like part of the character, the grunginess, the dinginess of that image. But I mean, the director himself just didn't agree. So, but the thing is, and this is a great thing, you can't see it, but I still have my Blu-ray. If I wanted to watch the original version, the way that it was done before AI, before any of the grain removal or anything like that. The Blu-ray exists, and you know what? The Blu-ray still looks really damn good. So if it bothers you that much, sure. But then there's people that say, yeah, but man, we've been waiting for so long for the 4K, and this is what they give, some half-ass whatever. But that's a studio problem. That's and this, so bitch at Fox or Disney, I guess. It's just part of the deal. It's just part of the deal. But like I said, I watched that movie. I watched it, and I thought it looked awesome. The best I've ever seen it. So as far as I'm concerned, it's an aesthetic choice, and when the director himself makes the choice, I don't know. I don't know. That's just that's my 2 cents on it. I can see it from both sides. I understand the concerns, and I also understand the movie's exactly the same as it always was. It's just now it's a little cleaner. But so here's the thing. Do you want Disney and Fox? It's really Disney, right? Do you want Disney to say, no, you have a 2K upscale, the Blu-ray's fine. We're not doing a 4K disc on Aliens, no. You want to do True Lies because it's never been on Blu-ray? Okay. And then we can really, look, True Lies is the real problem in the three. So there was True Lies, Aliens, and The Abyss. True Lies looked amazing to me. All the way up until there were scenes where they look like it's distractingly, like even me, I'm looking at that going, wow, that looks bad. That looks really bad. Really waxy. Don't like it. Aliens, I didn't see a single issue with Aliens myself, personally. Didn't see a problem. And yeah, when you look at a still frame, that's one thing. But when you're watching the movie, you don't see it. People were griping about the Lord of the Rings 4K transfer. Like, oh, look at this freeze frame where Gandalf in the distance, his staff disappears in the foliage of the tree. Because of course the AI thought it was noise, so it got rid of it. Okay? Because it's out of focus, it's way back there. But when you're watching the movie, are you seriously looking for that stuff? I just kind of have to look at it as, look, we got the movie, and you can decide not to buy it. You can be disappointed, but most, like 98% of the people out there are never going to care about that. 98% of the people are not going to may have never seen these movies before. So how would they know that the grain has been scrubbed? I don't know. That's just me. But there we go. Okay, wow. I'm way behind. Rufus said, I just made a video for a song called Who Wonder Glued My Nuka-Cola Shut. So good it was stuck in my head all day today. So catchy. The cheesy factor of the AI fits the late 40s, 50s. Yeah, I haven't messed around with that so much. That first episode of Ghostbusters will decide if we have multiple seasons. I just hope it's fun. Me too. I'm hoping for the best. And Netflix animation has been pretty good. I mean, yeah, there's been some iffy ones, but I mean, there's been some really good ones too. So I have an old falling apart King Arthur and his Knights. I don't know if it's from that, but it says copyright 1932. Not worth much, but it's a good read. Yeah, I'm not sure. It depends on what it's translated from. Because Le Morte d'Arthur is basically that. And maybe that's a somebody's translation from it or something like that, which is interesting. Looks like the ruined books that are laying around in Skyrim. I'm going to be one of the annoying fans online. Terminator's been dead for a long time now, at least in film. Yeah, but then again, you could say the exact same thing about Predator. And then Prey came out. And it was like, oh, wow, okay. I thought it, okay. When I heard another Predator movie, I was like, oh. And then I heard the concept. Wait a minute, Native Americans. Okay, that's really interesting. Okay. We'll see. And then the movie came out. And it was awesome. It was really good. And then Alien. most people were probably like, oh, come on, another Alien? Okay. But then they saw the trailer and they heard some of the news about it. And it's like, oh. So look, man, it just takes one good thing coming back out that makes you go, we need more Terminator stuff. So I think Terminator Zero will be interesting. If it's really popular and like it really catches on and people start talking about it, they could go ahead and greenlight this Terminator movie. I usually don't talk about like dude, there's been so many different filmmakers that have talked about things that, oh, what might have been, oh, we were talking about doing a sequel to this, and oh, blah, 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 blah. None of it matters. It's literally just, it's just noise until they're on set shooting. That's when I want to talk about it. But then again, you got Warner Brothers that have finished films in the can that decide they're not going to put them out. So you never really know. So unless it's in, I was almost going to say, if it's in the newspaper and you can go to the movie theater, how many, okay, who has ever picked up a newspaper recently to say, oh, I wonder what's playing at the local theater? Nobody does it anymore. Why did I say that? I don't know. It's because I used to read the newspaper to see, oh, they're playing this movie at this theater. Oh, we should go see it. It's 2024, Rob. Nobody reads the newspaper to see when movies playing. But anyway, my point is that pancakes are good. And I like sausages too. But they should not be attributed to body parts. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And you might be saying, Rob, that's quite a callback. And I say, I forgot what I was talking about, so I had to say something. But yeah, James Cameron loves to, man, he's got opinions and he wants you to know them. He really does. Skyrim show? This is Halloween. That set is cool, man. It's just cool. I don't like film grain on most. See, here's the thing, man. I was watching, because I have the Blu-ray. You know, recently they had Once Upon a Time in the West, right? Sergio Leone's movie with Henry Fonda, right? Henry Fonda and Charlton, no, not Charlton Heston, Charles Bronson, right? Once Upon a Time in the West. It's good. It's not my favorite Western, but I like it. But I watched it recently on Blu-ray. Man, the grain is so thick on the Blu-ray. Apparently, they scrubbed the 4K. The 4K that recently came out, they scrubbed it like, there's a lot of scrubbing. I haven't watched it. All I know is I have the Blu-ray, and I don't really need the 4K, just because I don't like the movie that much. I own the movie, I like it, but I don't need the 4K. I've got the Blu-ray, I'm good, you know? But yeah, I heard that one. But that is really thick with grain. Some people like it, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because here's the thing. Grain or no grain, if the movie's doing its job, you're just taking in the story, man. You're taking in the story. Unless it's True Lies and they get really waxy and then that gets distracting. But here's the other thing. Tonight, Terminator is showing at my local theater. I obviously didn't go see it because I'm here talking to you people. But what do you mean, you people? You know what I'm saying. So I didn't go see it, but I'm kind of curious because I've heard some really, like he did the exact same thing to Terminator. Like it looks like a newer movie, and so we might be going through this whole thing again with Terminator. It's neat they show the gears from the original Shark. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, so this wasn't a rant. The rant comes later, by the way. You know, I see Cosmo says, preach, brother Rob. I haven't gotten to the rant yet. The rant comes later. And I don't even know if it's going to be a rant. You think AI is the devil? I don't know, man. I think AI is a tool. And if it's used properly, it can be done, it could be really helpful and really good. But man, it seems like it's going to be everywhere. And it's the next iPhone and Google's, dude, I don't know how many different commercials that I've seen in theaters. Google talking about AI. Facebook talking about AI, and it's just like, guys, y'all need to chill the F out. Well, everybody wants AI in their thing so they can, summarize news articles and like, oh yeah, the summarizing news articles. That's why we keep getting into troubles, because nobody can read anymore. Nobody can take in, oh, the article has 4 paragraphs. I can't read it. It's too much. TLDR. You know what? Come on. You know? But see, that kind of feels like old man, at the cloud. Meanwhile, I've read all this, and all this, like I read all this stuff, I don't know. I like to read. It's fun. I heard you can see the puppeteer of the alien in a couple of scenes now that the picture's so good. I haven't noticed that. It's possible. It's possible. See, that's kind of why I want a 4K of Strange Days. Catherine Bigelow's absolute, just cyberpunk classic Strange Days. That movie's awesome. Ray Fiennes, Tom Sizemore, Juliette Lewis, Angela Bassett. Seriously. Angela Bassett is smoking hot in that movie. And like strong and powerful, just like an awesome female character. Like you talk about, all these movies talk about, oh, woke this and woke that. You watch that movie, you completely believe that Angela Bassett is a freaking badass. I love that movie. Love it. Why isn't it in 4K? Well, maybe because the subject matter is a little rough. But I would like to see it in 4K because apparently you can see the cameraman in a couple of those scenes with the mirrors. I'd really like to see that. I think it'd be interesting to go through that movie, or at least those scenes frame by frame and just see. But anyway. I loved Prey. Yeah, Prey was great. I just want my shit to be watchable. I still watch it on VHS. I don't care. See, and that's the thing, man. I don't know how many times I've been like I put in, and this is before I bought the James Bond Blu-ray set. I put one of my old DVDs in and started to watch it and got completely sucked in. Didn't care that it was DVD quality. I was watching it and I was enjoying it. Love that. I love the Bond movies. They're so completely, some of them are so dumb. But man, they're watchable. They're so much fun. So I don't know. So Trap movie, spot on review, Rob. Fairly straightforward for M. Night. Yeah, unfortunately. Right, Phil? Welcome, Phil. Good to see you, by the way. And yeah, did you know that we've been like, oh my God. Ah! Aliens, man. There's an alien. Anyway. Booked for Friday at 17:30. 5:30 p.m. Love to hear it. I'm excited, man. I really hope the movie does well, and I hope. Here's the thing: I haven't seen anything from Fede Alvarez. I think Don't Breathe isn't available anywhere to stream, but I think it's either Evil Dead or Don't Breathe. One of them is available on HBO Max. I think it's Evil Dead. I think I'm gonna have to watch that. I don't even care about the Evil Dead that much. But man, I hear he's really good, and I kind of want to see his thing. An adult Terminator, animated Terminator coming out. We were just talking about that. Iconic. Where were you? But yeah, apparently some of the first episodes were leaked online. Terminator 0. Interesting. I would agree with the Predator franchise, but I enjoy basically all the Predator films with the exception being AVP 2. That's funny because I found the first Alien vs. Predator completely forgettable. Just for me, just completely forgettable. Requiem is I'm sorry. It's just a bad movie, but it had some awesome scenes. One of the scenes was, and I've talked about this before, where they kill an alien. There's a guy laying on the ground, and the acid is dripping on that guy's face, and it's like melting into his face, and it's like dropping in, and it's so disgusting looking, and it's awesome. It's an awesome shot. And that shot was done by Miguel Guerrero, who I had on this here YouTube channel. You can go watch his interview that I did with him way back, a couple years ago. Pretty cool. Miguel, awesome stuff. He also did Baby Groot. And he also did the Vicarious video for Tool. Yeah, Miguel's a cool dude. You should go watch that video. Pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah, Prey was fantastic. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Predator, Predators was okay. Predator 2 is it's kind of goofy, but it's fun. So, yeah. Rob hates the Predator. Oh, the Predator is I don't like it. Bronson and Fonda. It's a long but good movie. It's a good movie. Yeah, it's good, but it's just not my favorite. Like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this is like the penultimate. This is like the best western ever." And I'm like, I mean, it's good, but I mean, I think The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is better than Once Upon a Time in the West, and I don't think The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is the best western of all time. I think the best. What is the best western of all time? Is it The Searchers? Is it Unforgiven? I don't know. I like a lot of good westerns. I mean, a lot of people like High Noon. I found High Noon to be like, yeah, it's good. It's good. Not my favorite. Tombstone. Tombstone isn't the best western, but it's a lot of fun. That's a fun movie. Ever watch the James Cameron and Simcha Jacobovici documentaries? No, they're good, but theology. No, I've never even heard of those. The one with the pianist actor, yeah. What's his name? Nose. I can see his face. Yeah, but yeah, the Predators, yes. I'm open for a new Terminator film to blow my balls off, but I highly doubt it. Unless it's a third season of the Sarah Connor Chronicles, I'm not getting excited. Yeah, that ain't happening. Yeah. Predator makes me laugh all the way through, so I'd be lying if I say I didn't enjoy it. Now, if we're asking if it's a good film, that's debatable. Yeah. Is one of the films of all time. Microsoft downloaded their Copilot on my PC. Insta uninstalled. Yeah. I don't have a, I mean, I have a PC, but I think I'm still running Windows 11 on it. So I have no problem with the AI because Terminator taught me better. Be nice to future machine rulers. Angela Bassett is gorgeous. I'm telling you, man. Strange Days, man. Strange Days. She is so badass in that movie. I love it. It's a good movie. And it's the movie that made me realize that Ralph Fiennes is one of the best actors of our generation. Period. GoldenEye is a super watchable one. Oh, sure, Ricky, but I'm talking about a lot of the older ones, a lot of the Roger Moore ones, a lot of the Sean Connery ones. Diamonds Are Forever is wow. And You Only Live Twice. But they're fun. They're just fun movies. Guys, are these 4K of Aliens, True Lies, and Abyss worth picking up? Film Watcher 96. I don't think I've seen you here before. But hey, did you hear my... It's not really a rant, but we were just talking about James Cameron, talking about that whole thing. Here's the thing, man. If you're a fan of those movies, I'd say yes. But you also have to realize that they are definitely scrubbed of grain. True Lies is the worst. In fact, I did a review of all three of them if you want to watch it and hear my full thoughts. Of course, I pretty much gave my full thoughts a few minutes ago. But, I mean, for me, absolutely. I'm glad that I own True Lies even though True Lies is my least favorite of the three, I'm still glad that I own it because it is a fun movie. Now, there are a couple of scenes that stick out as really like way too much AI smoothing and all that kind of stuff. It's distractingly bad. But that's only a couple of scenes in the movie. For the most part, I enjoyed it. Aliens is probably the second best looking one. I loved it. It's based on a 2K transfer, so it's not a full 4K transfer like The Abyss and True Lies. It is literally an up conversion from 2K. So back when they did, I'm pretty sure one of the Blu-rays, probably the quadrilogy, when they, you know what it's called? Alien Anthology Blu-ray. My guess is that they probably did a 2K up conversion from there, and then of course downsampled it to 1080p for the Blu-ray, and everybody was happy. Now what they did is they took that same transfer and they up converted it to 4K. They did a lot of grain removal. A lot of people don't like it. They don't like some of the new color timing things that James Cameron did. Whatever. The Abyss to me is the best looking one of the three. I didn't see any problems with that one, and the Abyss and True Lies were never available on Blu-ray officially. Um, so it was an incredible like jump if you've owned the original DVDs. I have the original DVD for the Abyss in its big fat, which now I've got it boxed up because now I have the 4K. I don't need the DVD anymore. So yeah, I think they're worth it, but you know, your mileage may vary. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't like the new transfers, and they would say, I mean, some of them said, I want to return them or something. I'm like, okay, well, that's your prerogative, but I'm enjoying mine, so there you go. Freddy Alvarez's Evil Dead and Don't Breathe are some enjoyable ass films to me. Well, Little Pee Wee, I'm gonna watch. I mean, I really want to watch him because it's kind of like have you ever done this with music where you're like you hear one song from a band and you're like, man, that's awesome, and then you want to listen to that album, and then you finish that album, you're like, holy crap, they're awesome. I want to listen to their whole filmography. That's what I do with directors. So if a director makes a movie that I'm really excited about, I want to see the rest of their work. And so and even see, you know, their progression as filmmakers. So yeah, I definitely want to see both of those. I just haven't. Evil Dead 2 is peak make it yourself filmmaking. Oh no, I've seen Evil Dead 2. But this is Evil Dead remake from 2013 that I'm talking about, Rufus. But I'm just not a huge Evil Dead fan. I'm like Army of Darkness and all that stuff. Yeah, it's fun. You know, Ash and all that. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's just not for me. It's not my favorite thing. Even though I almost purchased that big Arrow set not too long ago, and then I passed on it, and now it's not available as far as I know. Requiem did have some great scenes when you could friggin' see them. That movie is dark. It really is. Too dark. Evil Dead remake on 4K from Scream Factory. It's a cook horror movie. I'm sure that means like peak or all that. Cool. Ah. Gotcha. I thought it was some euphemism. Not euphemism. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Went down wrong. But wow, it's so good. I wish they had left the humans out of AVP. Just make the predators speak English and then fight each other. I don't know about that. But you like the 2010 Predator movie? And which one's which? Because I don't know. I can't remember when Predators came out and The Predator. I just know that Predators was not bad. What's his name? Okay, we're going to have to look it up. Let's look it up, guys. Let's look it up, guys. Yeah. Why did I say it like that? I don't even know. Adrian Brody, guys. Not that guy. That guy. With the nose. Yeah, Adrian Brody. That's the guy. Let me get to it. There we go. Get to a darker one. But yeah, that one's okay. But the Predator, not a fan. Which is weird because it was directed by Shane Black, who wrote the first movie. But man, this movie just didn't click. I think all of Clint Western movies are better than Once Upon a Time in the West. There you go. Young Guns 2, you think so? Blazing Saddles, Old Yeller, Shane. Shane's a great movie. That's a good Western. I like that movie a lot. Predators made the Predator fun and cool again. I recently got Death Rides a Horse Kino Lorber Blu-ray. Kino Lorber puts out some great stuff. I haven't seen that one, I don't think. 8:47. Oh, look at that. 7 minutes behind. There you go. There you go, Adrian Brody. Thank you. Death Rides a Horse was fun. Lee Van Cleef. Dude. Talk about charisma. I watched, what's that movie? There's a Lee Van Cleef Western that's on Tubi with ads, right? That I watched just because it was Lee Van Cleef. But I can't remember. Nice, can't wait to get around to watch that. Yippee is. I need a new release of his show, The Master. Hostels is probably my favorite Western, if that counts. That's the one with Christian Bale, right? That's a pretty good movie too. I mean, I like it. I don't know if it's the best. Hostels is a good. Yeah. Okay, Nightbot. Yeah. Hey, look, man, Nightbot's just saying, hey, if you enjoy this stream, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. That's all he's saying. Thank you, Nightbot. I know, I know. I know. I haven't talked to you very much recently. And why didn't you tell me about the freaking alien in here, dude? Huh? And can you do something about this fly? Because it's really bugging me. Nightbot. Come on. Vinny C, that who I be. You know, the sole person in my sphere of whatever knowledge, I don't know. The only person that I know that went and saw Borderlands. Actually, Ricky, didn't you say that? Yeah, Ricky saw it. Ricky saw it too. But hey, how's it going, Vinny? Good to see you. I knew I wanted to see Romulus when I heard Fede Alvarez was the director. That song album analogy was spot on. I mean, that's kind of how it is with that, right? I mean, that's how I be. I don't know. That's how I do it. I don't know why I was saying like weird stuff. But yeah, I just, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing the Ridley Scott review-a-thon, is because there's a ton of Ridley Scott movies I never saw. You know, some of his, lesser known, not as popular kind of movies. I wanted to watch them because even a bad movie can show you the growth of a director or what was going on, what was going on in his life at the time. Why did he decide to make White Squall with Jeff Bridges? That's the kind of stuff that I like. I like knowing, and it's not really about the director's story, like his life story. I don't care about him as a person, really. I just care about his work, and his work. I love his work. So yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. Requiem too dark for me, but I like the earlier movie that Aronofsky did, Pi. Oh, now that's a movie that I really want to revisit that one. That and Primer. Is it Primer or Primer? I thought it would be Primer. But you know what I'm talking about? The time travel, very low budget. I really liked both of those. But I want to watch them again because it's been way too long. Ninja Assassin would be a little better if you could see it. I own that one. In there somewhere. It's right there. Yeah. I've only seen it once. Predators was okay. Shane Black is overrated. I mean, I don't know. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? It's a fun movie. Lee Van Cleef could do nothing in a movie but just talk, and I would enjoy it because his voice. I know. He's so charismatic. Love actors like that. It's part of the reason why I've been on a Gene Hackman kick lately. Just because I love Gene Hackman. Dude, that scene in Crimson Tide, I seriously, I think about it like once every couple of days. I'm thinking about that. I'm the captain of the ship. Now shut the fuck up. It's just like, holy crap. He's so intense. I love him. He's great. Finally watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That was pretty good. I love that movie. That movie grew on me. The first time I remember when I watched it in the theater, opening day, because I'm a Tarantino fan. That's what I do. I went and saw it by myself, by the way. I'm watching it, and I stepped out and I go, I mean, it was fun at times, but it was also kind of slow. And man, I don't know what I think about it. And then I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and that movie grew in my mind. And then when I watched it again, I'm like, I love this movie. I've seen it 3 or 4 times, and then I read the book. Ted, if you really like the movie, and this is for anybody really, if you liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you should read the book, because it's almost like an extended version with different scenes. So the story still goes from point A to point B, but there's different offshoots and all these little cool side stories, and it's written like, and Tarantino wrote it. So it's got that same flavor. I loved it. Like, I really, really enjoyed reading that. But that's just me. Well, they bring out a copy of the original Predator with a complete screen so we can see the full audio visual from the Predator's point of view. Oh, you're talking about, oh, I see what you're saying. They frame it incorrectly? I haven't watched that. Look, I love the original Predator, but I saw it so many times as a kid that even when I don't think I even own it. I don't even own a Blu-ray of it. I think I own it digitally, but I haven't watched it in forever. I don't remember that. I kind of want to. Okay, the audio capture is off, so I should just be able to pull it up and I can look at it. Let me see. Uh, P. Okay, that ain't gonna work. We're gonna check on this right now because yeah. I wore my claptrap shirt and everything. It was terrible, but I still bought the claptrap bucket because I'm a sucker. I mean, no, I don't think so. I don't think you're a sucker. But I mean, look, you took a chance. It didn't work out. You know? Can I mute this? Oh, it won't even let me. It won't even let me play it because I'm streaming. That's dumb. Okay. Pull it up on my phone. Try to keep me from watching a movie that I bought digitally. I know. I know. They can take it from you whenever they want. Okay, let's mute this. Was it, what was it shot? Because this is 16:9. This is not shot in scope. I'm trying to remember. Is that the scene you're talking about? Because that looks like the whole thing. Because that's him talking, right? I wonder if that's going to get claimed. But interest. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Iconic. I just saw Lee Van Cleef in the big combo in a supporting role. Was real good in it. I just almost came up with the name of the movie that I watched recently. Sabata. Sabata. Another it wasn't great. It wasn't a great movie. But he was cool in it, you know? But yeah, Sabata is the movie that I watched on Tubi. Being creative with math, not a lot of movies like Pi. I wasn't a fan of Primer, but want to give it another shot. My physics knowledge is crap and I probably can't appreciate it. Yeah, if I remember correctly, that movie's pretty damn dense. But it's one of those where I'm like, I watched it, I'm like, I don't like that. And then I never got around to buying it. Like I rented it because it was probably a blockbuster at the time. But that's one I want to revisit and watch again. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is definitely his best movie if you're asking me. I mean, Nice Guys? Nice Guys? Nice Guys is really good. Gene Hackman has the most simple scenes with computer stuff in Enemy of the State, and they're my favorite scenes. I haven't seen Enemy of the State. I can't. That movie did things that pissed me off. Technologically, they were just dumb. But it's Gene Hackman, so I kind of have to. I need to rewatch Lee Van Cleef in Guns, Girls, and Gangsters. No idea there was a book. A book of what? The Book of Love? I'm reporting you now. Oh, thanks, Vinny. Appreciate it. Might actually be it. What version is that? I had it on DVD and it was half cut off. No, this is the digital. What I just showed you was the digital version of Predator on iTunes through Apple TV or iTunes. It's not iTunes anymore. It's the Apple TV thing, but it's a digital copy of the movie. In fact, if I brought it up on through Vudu or Movies Anywhere, will it play through that? By the way, Movies Anywhere is really cool. I mean, if you have digital copies and you care. Okay, so apparently Predator is not a Movies Anywhere-able thing, because that should show up as in my, like, I should be able to watch that right there. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Vudu is now Fandango at home. I forgot about that. Oh, and by the way, Twisters is available digitally on VOD today. If anybody cares. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll buy it. Definitely not at $24.99 to buy. But yeah, it's available today. Um, yeah. So I can watch it through Vudu or Fandango at home. So yeah, digitally it should be the same version because most of the time, at least this is my understanding. I could be wrong, but the studios kind of have places where they house their digital copies of movies, and all of the different storefronts just link to the same file. That's why, like, there were cases of uh like the French Connection. Didn't matter if you bought it on Apple TV or if you bought it on Microsoft or whatever. It was all pointing to the same file that had removed the scene toward the beginning where Gene Hackman says bad words. And they cut that scene down. Of course I have the Blu-ray, so I was able to watch the full thing. I don't even know if they ever go back and fix that? I never looked. My dad purchased the French Connection digitally. And when I heard about that scene, I'm like, "Oh, really?" So I went and checked the digital version of from iTunes, and yeah, sure enough it was cut out. And I'm like, "Oh, interesting." I had it on I'm wondering if your DVD was maybe the DVD was just framed wrong, or could it be a full frame? Cut to 4:3, because that probably would be cut off. Technology made you angry, but you love Twister. Oh. Yeah, but it's the stuff where it's like it's the one scene in Blade Runner that pisses me off. That he was able to, from a scan of a picture, go around the corner and see what was in the mirror. Come on. Kimmy. Oh, yeah. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yes, Ted. Yes. Oh, it was right there. I don't know where my copy is. I don't know. But yes, Quentin Tarantino, and this was like many, many months / years later. I don't know exactly when, but he came out with a book version of it. It's awesome. It really is good. I was impressed, but haven't seen Nice Guys. Didn't catch my attention. I'll have to check it out. To clarify, I think Shane Black makes so good stuff, just not all the time. Oh, I mean, I get that. Twister 4K on sale at Amazon for $19. I was tempted. That's my favorite scene in Blade Runner, honestly. Really, I can't stand that. I can't stand that crap because it's not. I don't know. I just don't like it. My Predator is on Movies Anywhere? Then why wasn't mine? My Movies. Oh, I'm not. That's why I'm not even signed in. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Oh, Face ID doesn't work when you're making a really stupid face, by the way. Uh, Predator. Oh, play. So I guess if you sign in to Movies Anywhere, it'll work. I guess it wasn't signed on to my phone. There you go. Rob jealous of Blade Runner tech? I mean, I don't know. Dude. And the thing is, look, I can understand it if somebody tried this and goes, that tastes, I don't like that. But for me, it's everything. I love acai. And it's great. It's so good. It's a good scene. Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense. You can't enhance by going around a corner in a picture. How do you do that? Don't make sense. I linked the pic in Discord. What pic? I didn't see a pic. I mean, general movie chat? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've got it. Just Furiosa Steelbook. Man, I want to get Furiosa for sure. I don't need a Steelbook. I'm a very even though I own quite a few steelbooks, I don't they don't they don't jazz like they don't I don't get super excited about steelbooks. Like I have, and especially when like I have the Crow steelbook because it looked awesome. I have I have Batman Begins, no slipcover, or O ring. Don't they? Isn't that what Cyril at Midnight calls them? O ring, the slip things. I have the Dark Knight with the slip, and then I have Dark Knight Rises. I need to put those up. Actually, I don't need to have those out because I have the Nolan collection in 4K. So there's no reason to have the Blu-rays up there taking up space. So, but anyway, Furiosa, I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it a lot, and I feel like that movie's gonna have a life. You know, it's gonna find its audience eventually, but it's just a bummer that it was such a, I wouldn't say a flop. It didn't do very well. But I can overlook a lot in the movie. Blade Runner's so good. Oh, Derek, look, I'm not saying that the movie's bad because I own the special whatever that is. And I have a laser disc down there. Apparently I need to tighten up these the microphones just slowly. But yeah, I have the thing. Do that and then tighten. There we go. Now we're good. I just did the MCU in Steelbook, but well, I have a problem. Vinny, look, here's the thing. Everybody's different when it comes to collecting, right? I'm one of those people that I got a couple of Steelbooks and I'm like, oh, these are pretty cool. But then they started coming out with so many for so many different movies. And I was like, I don't know. Does As Good as It Gets need a Steelbook? I don't know if they made one for that, but I'm just coming up with an example. It just got to the point where it got ridiculous. And then I'm like, I don't need Steelbooks. And then it's the same thing with like the big bad sets, like this Drive. What's important about Drive? The movie, right? And for a lot of us, the special features. But do we need art cards? Do we need all this stuff? I don't know. I bought that Drive set because it looked cool and it came with the book that the script was based on. I like that. And it's Second Sight and it's pretty awesome. But like that Dune set, the only reason I got that Dune set is because it was on sale. The Dune set comes with the steelbook. It comes with all kinds of stuff. I don't need all that. I just need the movie and on a disc with all the special features. That's what I'm interested in. That's what drives me. But everybody's different, you know. Some people want literature and, you know, essays about the movie and all that stuff. For me, I'm more of a bare bones kind of guy, which is why that 7 release, if it ever comes out, I just don't know if I'm going to ever pick it up because it's just too damn expensive. Oh, we're going to have 2 different versions. Oh, great. 2 different versions. Yeah. The one with the least expensive one is like $85. What? That's the least expensive version? I don't know. Return to Oz with Fairuza Balk? I can't believe I just came up with that name like that. She's not like, you know, she doesn't just, you know, she's not like an A-lister. But yeah, Fairuza Balk, just out of nowhere, bam, there she is. Originally, I said that. Miss the days of the simple 2-disc collector's edition DVD. Those are the best. I mean, dude, going through all of my old stuff, it's been fun and seeing how much the studios seem to care. But then again, at that point, everything was working for the studios, you know? Even those mid-range, you know, $50-60 million budget movies were becoming really, really, I mean, pretty good hits for the studio because they had a life in the theater and then they came on DVD and had a good life on DVD and then they could start selling them. And then it's like there were all of these different revenue streams. But now that the studios are like, oh, well, we can just do a digital service and make no money. I mean, it's just like, what? I don't understand. It's simple. You just go enhance 224 to 176. Enhance. Stop. Move in. Stop. Pull out. Track right. Stop. Center in. Pull back. Stop. Track 45 right. Stop. Center and stop. Enhance 34 to 36. I'm not reading all that. Give me a hard copy right there. But no, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I'm upset I sold my old extended Lord of the Rings extended edition DVDs. That set looked great on a shelf. You mean this one? You can't see it. I have mine up there. Actually, wait a minute. I forgot. My Mac, it tilts. Here it is. So I've got my Zatoichi on the left. Star Wars Skywalker Saga, 9-disc, 4K. Oh, it's that camera. Hi. And then there's the original DVD Star Wars set that comes with the original versions of the movies in a non-anamorphic widescreen. And then there's the 3 Lord of the Rings. There's the 2 Shawscope Arrow releases. And on all the way at the top is the Police Message in a Box. So there you go. Now that looks too low to me. I mean, you can't see it now, but it looked low. So I had to tilt it back up. That's a nice built-in. Well, I mean, it comes on the iMac, you know. It's on the iMac there. They did the same thing, but even more extensive on Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, I still haven't played through that. You're talking about the enhance and all that kind of. I haven't done that yet. It's the future. Cameras are fun. I see them up there. Oh yeah. That is one nice ass camera on that Mac. That's clean. Well, I think it's 1080p, right? See, the thing is I only do 1080p streaming anyway through YouTube. So, and it actually, I think when you blow it up, it doesn't look great. Is that locked? And it's just a different angle. Yeah, see, it's not bad. But see, I like bokeh, man. I like bokeh, you know? Like when I do this, and then that's all nice and fuzzy. I like that. That camera doesn't do that. But anyway. I have the Lord of the Ring extended DVDs and the theatrical release DVDs. I also, see, I have those. I have the original release. I have the extendeds. And then I have the limited edition DVDs that are the... instead of having the 2 extra discs for the special features, like those boxes up there, there's another documentary. The problem is, I don't know where they are. It's weird. I don't know where they are. I've been trying to find them and I can't find them. Just because I think they're beautiful. I've showed them to you. Let's see. Lord of the Rings. Oh, there it is. That was weird. It's these. So when you open it up, that Mylar thing there, and then it opens up again. But I have all 3 of them. Like this. That's actually not bad. $28.49. But they're just gorgeous. They're just pretty. They're pretty looking. What is that? What is this? Oh, it's brand new. And it's a set of all 3. Okay, that's kind of cool. All right. So there you go. If you want them, you can get them. They're pretty cool though. Latency is crispy AF. Latency. Well, I mean that's because of my 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 legendary butt. I don't know. It's no Police Academy collection. I mean, true. On Cyberpunk, you basically can move around in a whole 3D space around whoever had the recording implant on them. Yeah, see, I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, it's cool, but okay. And I'm sure it's cool in the game. Only 2 left in stock. Oh, gotta jump on that. But yeah, I think the digital. I think I loaned them to somebody, and I don't know who I would have loaned them to. I kind of feel like I need to buy them again. But anyway, what's cool about it is the digital copies of Lord of the Rings have, because I bought the wait a minute. Do I have Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray? I have the regular versions. I'm not sure what I did there. But anyway, I bought the digital copies of Lord of the Rings on iTunes, and the special features include all the stuff that's on the extended versions, but also what's on the limited edition DVD. So there's, dude, hours and hours and hours of content. I don't know how much, but it's a lot. And I kind of want to buy. Okay, so Civil War, the recent movie. What's his face? I just went blank. A24 movie, but it's got Kaylee Spaney in it, who's in Alien Romulus, right? Alien Romulus. Oh yeah, Kaylee Spaney and Kirsten Dunst, right? That movie. Charles de Lauzirika, who did the amazing special features, the amazing documentaries that are on the Alien set, that amazing Alien anthology set, and he did the Blade Runner documentary. He basically a lot of Ridley Scott, Kingdom of Heaven. Look up Charles de Lauzirika and see what he's done. He's done some of the best documentaries when it comes to movie making that I've ever seen. Well, he did one for Civil War. And here's the thing. I didn't really like Civil War that much. And it's mostly because of the ending. The ending ruined it for me. But I kind of want to buy the 4K because it's got that documentary that Charles de Lauzirika did. So I kind of want it. So I might get that. But after I pay off that crazy 4K player I just bought. So yeah. I bet you could see the ants on the crunch bar that guy eats out of the trash in the 4K of Police Academy 2. I kind of want to watch the first 4 again. I don't think I ever watched 5 or 6. Are there 6 of them? Let's see. So Police Academy, the new assignment, next assignment, whatever. And then there's Citizens on Patrol. Then Debbie Does Dallas. And then Chicken Head Fart Face, and then New York, Police Academy in New York. I don't remember which ones are which, but I think I've only seen the first 4, and I kind of want to watch those again because I think it's Citizens on Patrol that has David Spade, which is kind of funny. But yeah, kind of want to watch them again. Squiggles, what's going on? Good to see you. Whoa, back up. What 4K player did you get? Oh, Vinny. I got the Panasonic that you guys were telling me. That one. I got it. I got it today. I just watched me looking at it. That was kind of funny. Yeah. It's good. And like I said, just in the first 5 minutes, getting it set up, I was like, "Holy crap, this is so much better than my Sony." So I'm very happy. I watched. I'm gonna have to apologize. I'm gonna have to get on Twitter and apologize to Arrow Films because the problem with that original, the Dune 4K, and I'm talking about the David Lynch Dune, right? The problem wasn't with the disc, it was my Sony. Because apparently it's when the layer changes or whatever, because it was a 100 gig disc. I think we talked about this, right? I'm gonna have to apologize to him because I put it in there and it played through that scene just fine. Just fine. So I'm gonna have to apologize to him. And it also did it to my To Live and Die in LA from Kino. But that's also that's a packed disc. I watched it again and I gotta say, To Live and Die in LA is a pretty damn good movie. It's not my favorite of that genre, but it's a pretty damn good movie, and I can appreciate it a lot more now. I still don't love it, but I'm glad I own the 4K because of Friedkin's his commentary is so good. I love his commentaries. So it was worth buying just for that. But yeah, layer changes can still be a bit finicky, but you get what you pay for. Exactly. And look, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. I was just like, April doesn't want me, or she doesn't care about discs. She doesn't care about physical media at all. She's like, whatever's more convenient, that's what she wants, which is fine. Which meant that I had to pay for the Sony. And I'm like, well, shit, that one's only $130. I'm just going to buy that. Not knowing that it wouldn't handle all the freaking movies. But I'm telling you, man. Panasonic. Dude, this one, again, got it set up and everything, and I'm super happy with it. Super happy. And yeah, happy birthday, Ian McDermott. Yes. Yes. 2 left in stock. I think I'll have that. I saw a video about the theatrical DVDs having more accurate color for certain scenes. Really? I didn't know that. I'm sorry, I'm going back a little bit. 1080 as well. Most people just watch on their phone anyway. I know, right? It's like, I don't know. But I like the way this is a good, because I'm one of those where I watch on Apple TV all the time. Like most of my YouTube is on my big TV in the living room. Okay. So I like a pleasing looking image and I like good sound. So I had to make sure that my camera was going to be up to snuff, that my microphone sounded nice and crispy. I got to move it a little bit because it's not in front of my face. Yeah. So I spent the money to do that so I could have a pleasing live stream for me. But I still think it looks pretty good on a phone too. You know? I kind of want to see what it looks like on a phone right now. Will it pull me up? Under my... No? Can I just... Why is that the first video that comes up? When I search for Order 42 show, was Ander a good Star Wars show? Why is that the first video that comes up? That's weird. Okay. Got to watch an ad, apparently. They go to Moscow and Miami at some point. Yeah, I don't know. I started making up names because I couldn't remember the police academies, but I have a Sony 4K player. Mine also overheats. Overheats. Mine never had that problem. It just, like I said, the layer changes. Yeah, that's the only problem that I had. Oh my God. How many ads? How many ads, man? Okay, another 13 seconds. I mean, I might as well make the 3 cents off of myself, right? Let's see. It's dumb that you can get 4K players that kind of can't play all the discs right. Right? And what doesn't make any... Okay. Riddle me this. Yeah, it looks good, man. I think my stream looks good on a phone. We're just going to keep going down the rabbit hole. And then we can do this. Like this. Oh, that's trippy. Okay, stop. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I didn't realize that Do you guys have to watch the ads just to... Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you guys have to watch ads. Uh, I hate that, man. I hate watching ads. Anyway, Google says there's 8 Police Academy movies. Whoa. But yeah, so here's the thing. PlayStation 5, non-digital or digital version only, right? Doesn't have a drive. What was it, 400? I'm talking about the beginning when it first came out. 400. Then the one with the disc was 500. So $100 basically for a disc player, right? My 4K Blu-ray player was 130. But why can my PS5 handle the layer changes and my standalone 4K player can't? That doesn't make any sense. Same freaking company. Dude, we should watch Dumb and Dumber on that Blu-ray player when I go over. I mean, I guess. Maybe. Panasonic always makes stiff and sexy stuff. It's a sexy box, man. It's a sexy box in there. And you know me. I love a sexy box. No way if I'm watching a movie, it's on my LED with 7.2.4 speaker setup. No phone, tablet watching here. No, Vinny, what I was talking about is I'm talking about my stream. 1080p is fine, looks good, but I also like it to look good if somebody's watching it on a big screen TV, Of course, I also don't like the fact that my face takes up so much space. But I also don't like the way that it looks all zoomed out either. You know what I mean? It just looks dumb. So I have premium, so I haven't seen ads in years. Me too. I love my premium. I do. But see, here's the thing. The cool thing about the YouTube Premium is even though you're not watching the ads, because you have premium, the people that you watch, they basically get the same credit, I guess, as if you watched an ad on their stream or on their video, which I think is really cool. So I have 2 2015 Apple TVs, not bad, but definitely need that 4K update. Oh, Ninjinzu, 4K update's nice. But I mean, do it when you can. If you have a DVD that is not on Blu-ray or 4K, you should check it out on the new player. Oh yeah, the stream, that's cool. Oh yeah, Vinny. Yeah. Shozama, what do you mean? Are you saying the DVD is going to look like better on that player than it did on my Sony? Is that what you're saying? What are you saying? Shozama. Hey. What are you saying? What do you mean? Oh, okay. Panasonic's upscaling is pretty great. DVD isn't a Blu-ray or 4K. DVD is DVD. Yeah, I've got plenty. Well, I've got plenty that are not. They may be on Blu-ray or 4K, and I don't have them. I don't own them. What's a good one? Okay, I have. It's on my it's going to be on my watch list like in the next couple of weeks. I have The Bad Sleep Well, which is a Kurosawa film. It's only available on DVD. I purchased it. I'm gonna watch that pretty soon. Make sure you use the HDR optimizer. Okay. I didn't know about that. You have to optimize it? You can optimize my butt. Yeah. So yeah, very soon, Shozama. I will and I'll report back. And I'll report back of Leave Her to Heaven, because I haven't watched that yet. But look, here's the thing. I don't know if you guys saw this, but D23 was on Saturday. Now, I would like to very quickly go through all the stuff for those of you who may have not been aware of it, but it was a lot of cool stuff. I mean, and I know some people are not Disney. They aren't fans of Disney, but look, we got to go through it, right? So really quick, Moana 2. I don't really care, but actually I like the first movie. So, I mean, Moana 2. Snow White. This is one of the ones that toward the end, I don't know. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked the way that it looked. I did. I kind of liked the way it looked. But we'll see. Gal Gadot, though, or Gadot, however you say her name. Man. But it didn't look bad, though. I thought it looked pretty good. The first thing of the live action Lilo Lino and Smitch. How about that Smemo and Critch? Anybody want to see that movie? How about that? How about that Fleebo and Twitch? Plinko and anyway, Lilo and Stitch. I mean, hey, whatever. Pretty cool. This was a big one, man. I love the first Incredibles, man. The first Incredibles is one of my favorite. Seriously, it's one of the best comic book or superhero films, I should say. It's not really based on a comic book, but I really love that movie. Incredibles 2 was fine. It wasn't great, but I did love it too. So yeah, the fact that Brad Bird is coming back for Incredibles 3, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Incredibles 3 is coming. People hate Gal Gadot for some reason now. She's just not a good actor, And I think a lot of people were completely turned off by how bad that Imagine thing was. Never gotten into Incredibles. It's great, but it's not for me. They're good movies, though. Yeah. Toy Story 5. I mean, I gotta look. Here's the honesty. Honesty's here, okay? Bucho, I'm being honest. I haven't seen Toy Story 4. I know. But it's the reason that I haven't seen it is because April still hasn't seen Toy Story 3. So I was waiting for her to watch Toy Story 3 so we could watch Toy Story 4 together, and we just never got around to it. So yeah. Frozen 3, I don't care. I haven't seen any of the Frozens. I have never been frozen. Once. Or twice. So yeah, there's that. But this one, dude, Zootopia 2, I don't know why it's got Elio there. Oh, it's because it's part of Zootopia 2, man. I love Zootopia. You're going to cry on Toy Story 3. I've seen it. And yeah, I did cry. But I haven't seen 4. April hasn't seen 3. But yeah, dude, Zootopia 2, I love the first one. But the only thing that scares me about this one is I don't know if it all needs to be taken, like, it's all from the sloth's point of view. So it's just going to be really slow. I'm just kidding. But no, I really like it. I really like Zootopia, the first one. And so I'm really looking forward to this one. And then, yeah, Disney Pixar Elio. This is one of the few originals. But yeah, the fact that Ke Huy Quan is going to be in Zootopia 2, Short Round himself. I'm excited. But this one, to me, I got to say, we'll get to Mufasa, Ricky. I still haven't watched that new trailer. But Skeleton Crew, dude, this looks good. Look, I get it when somebody says, look, I'm not into Star Wars anymore. I'm done with Star Wars. I get it. I understand. But I got to say, I think this was one of the best trailers that I saw, because a lot of the trailers leaked online, by the way. But I really liked what I saw. It reminded me of those old, the 1980s Amblin movies. It reminded me of E.T. It reminded me of Goonies. I thought it looked good. And it actually looks like it has a budget and they filmed, I don't know, it looks good. It's got a good look to it, and I love Jude Law too, so we'll see. Agatha All Along, this one has been growing in my mind. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, I don't care. But I kind of want to see it now, and especially because I think they're really proud of it. So I think this is going to be pretty good. But we'll see. We'll see. Fantastic Four, First Steps. They played a little snippet, and I don't think it's going to be in fact, it's not going to be in the movie. But yeah, that looks interesting. Daredevil Born Again. Holy crap. This looked good, and I'm excited. And the fact that all of them were on stage together, you had Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, Deborah Ann Woll, Eldon Hansen as Foggy, and of course, John Bernthal as Punisher is back. Dude, I'm a Daredevil freak. I love Daredevil. So, yeah, I'm really pumped about that. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. It could be terrible. But the fact that they actually went back and said, no, we're not going to go with this original plan where Foggy and what's her face, Deborah Ann Woll, whoever, I can't remember her character's name, but both of them are not going to be in it and all that kind of stuff. No, they went back and they said, no, let's do it right. So there you go. Avatar 3 is called Avatar Fire and Ash. That's a badass title. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, Avatar, meh. I love it. I love Avatar. In fact, those are two that I should put in to test. You know, when you're talking about testing, Fire and Ass is going to be good. Nah, it's Fire and Ash. I think it's going to be great. I hope it's going to be great. I always hope it's going to be great. This one came out of nowhere, and I'm like, really? Freaky Friday 2? Or called Freakier Friday? I had no idea this was happening. So Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan. I mean, we'll see. The thing is I think, I've said this before, Lindsay Lohan was, you know, I mean, come on, she's pretty hot. Before she really went off the deep end and did some crazy stuff. And got into all kinds of weird stuff. But anyway, too young for me. But anyway, the thing is, she's super, super talented. And she was on multiple Saturday Night Lives where she held her own with all the people on that show because she's got really, really good comedic timing. I thought she was great in Mean Girls. I want to see her succeed because I think she's got the talent. But like I said, it was almost like she was broken, you know, and she just couldn't, nothing was coming together. She was coming along late to sets and all that stuff. I hope that she's grown up a little bit and she's realized, hey, you know, everybody has to work and everybody has to work to make this happen. Hopefully she's in a better place now and hopefully she can get her career back on track because like I said, I'm a fan and I think she's really good. So big surprise. And then Tron Ares. Holy crap. Okay. So, of course, Tron Ares, it's Jared Leto. It's the third movie. But holy crap, they brought out 9 Inch Nails. And 9 Inch Nails is taking over for Daft Punk to do the score. Here's the weird thing. So, it was Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. The two of them together have done multiple scores together. Right? They won, of course, an Academy Award for the Social Network. They did Soul for Pixar, for Disney. So maybe that was part of the thing. But the difference is they were always billed as Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. With this, they said 9 Inch Nails. And here's the thing. I'm so sure it's such a weird look. I can't tell you how weird it is as a 9 Inch Nails fan, you know, with, you know, the guy that said, I want to F you like an animal is now working for Disney. This guy who was so anti-corporation is now the band 9 Inch Nails. It's not just Trent and Atticus. It's a different attitude. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross doing their score thing, that's one flavor. But 9 Inch Nails is a completely different flavor. And the fact that 9 Inch Nails is working for Disney is so strange to me. It's so weird. I don't know what to think about it. What it did do is make me incredibly excited for Tron Ares. Because now I got to see what this is because I'm a huge 9 Inch Nails fan. Of course, I'm a Trent and Atticus fan, but it's a different, like I said, it's a different thing. It's a different flavor. We're going to get actual 9 Inch Nails songs that come out of this. I'm excited to hear what late 50s Trent can bring to the table. It's crazy. But then, yes, there was Monster Jam. And Monster Jam is The Rock, and it's about monster trucks. And I'm like, really? What? Okay. Okay. I didn't know that was happening. But then Win or Lose, and this is a Pixar first ever original TV series. The new show introduces us to the Pickles, a softball team gearing up for a championship. Starring Will Forte. So yeah. Excuse me. I'm not sure about this, even though, I'm excited. Dream Productions is a spinoff of Inside Out. So it's about the dream factory inside Riley's head. The show takes place between the events of Inside Out and Inside Out 2. Okay. You got Elio, which is that one that was shown, and they didn't show much. And then this show Hoppers, where there's some there you go. It's introduces us to Mabel, a young girl who transfers her consciousness into a robot beaver in order to learn more about the world of animals. All I got to say is nice beaver. No. So yeah, I don't know. But it's, hey, Pixar. And then Mufasa. And I haven't seen the new trailer, but I heard the new trailer is really, really good. So yeah. And then Ironheart. Let's get into some Marvel and Star Wars. Ironheart. So again, introduces us to genius inventor Riri Williams, who created her own suit of Iron Man-like armor. She returns to the MCU in the TV series Ironheart, set to premiere in 2025. This is executive produced by Ryan Coogler. Jeez, I forgot his name for a second. But yeah, so I don't know. But it also stars Alden Ehrenreich. Hopefully that means that Solo 2 or a Solo series, Lando series, please just bring back that stuff. That's good. But anyway, so Alden Ehrenreich's back. So there you go. Andor season 2. I'm pumped about that because Andor season 1 is awesome. You got Ben Mendelsohn coming back. You got Alan Tudyk coming back. So Ben Mendelsohn was Krennic. Alan Tudyk was K2SO. I'm excited. Let's do it. Let's do this. And then they showed The Mandalorian and Grogu. Like, it was almost, from what I saw, it looked like just clips from the earlier seasons. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that movie. Because it's a movie. I don't know. And then Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 2. I didn't see the first one, but I heard it was really good, actually. I heard it was really good. So, there you go. And Walker Scobell is great. Like, if you haven't seen The Adam Project, which is on Netflix, Ryan Reynolds, yeah. Walker Scobell is pretty awesome. So, there you go. But that's pretty much it. And big thanks to Mashable for putting this list together, because otherwise this would have taken me forever to put together. So thank you, Mashable, for that. Great stuff. Great stuff. So yeah. Tron Ares is my most wanted on this list, dude. I'm telling you, because what happened was it was supposed to go from 7 to 9 p.m. West Coast time, which is 9 to 11 a.m. my time. But I had to get up early the next morning to go hiking. But the problem is, it wasn't just from 9 to 11. It was from 9 to like 12:30. And the Tron thing was right toward the end. And so I'm sitting there going, 9 Inch Nails is coming to, oh my God. And then just dude, that Daft Punk soundtrack for that first Tron movie is freaking, or for the last Tron movie, I should say, because the first one was the 1980 whatever. And yeah, whatever. I love that score. Daft Punk is awesome. And I love that score. But then taking some of those ideas and translating it for a new movie, and it's going to be 9 Inch Nails, I'm like they could not get a better sound for what I think the score, the next, almost like evolution of the score. And maybe the story will take that same evolution. I'm excited for it. She was in party mode. Let's get a party started. Time to party hard. Yeah, Lindsay was more interested in partying than she was, creating a career. So, oh boy, Monster Jam, more Dwayne Johnson. Friggin' posers, dude. I didn't even stick to their words. I believe it was Weird Al who said, I want a sound effect, you like an animal. Well, that's true, Vinny. I forgot about that. Yes. But no, it's just like, because Nine Inch Nails was really like I said, was just really anti-corporation, and anti-corporate stuff. I mean, listen to the words to Happiness and Slavery, and it's about, you know, I don't know, being a good little consumer and all this stuff. And it was just like, it's so anti-corporate. And then they go to work for Disney. Like if you went to Trent in 1993, say, and say, hey, did you know in 30 years you're going to be on a stage with Disney? Like what? I don't know. It's just so funny to me. Yeah, the wow, I'm pretty sure is for the beaver joke, but hey. I feel like they're doing too much at once and are just going to push to try to get things out. But see, Ricky, this is not a year. This is stuff that's coming out over a period of years. They've really cut back because of, the glut that Disney Plus showed them, that they can't keep up the quality. It's what is it? You can do things fast, you can do things good, or you can do things, I don't remember what the thing is, but you can only do two of them or something like that, or one of them. I don't know what it is. I can't remember the thing. But basically what it is they overextended themselves. They overextended Marvel and they overextended Star Wars by trying to do too much. Now they're pulling it back a little bit and they're focusing on quality. And I got to say, I like that. But we'll see. We'll see if that works out. If that plan works out. I'm back. What did I miss? Carbonite. Hi. How's it going? You missed a lot. A lot of things happened. Oh my God, it's already 10 o'clock. Wow. But look, I'm super excited. Nine Inch Nails means a dystopian Tron movie. Well, I mean, it could be, but it could also be, at least from what I understand about the story, is that it's the Tron world is making its way into the real world. So there's going to be some crossover. And I think maybe that's where stuff is going to happen. Ain't gonna lie, Daft Punk not coming back to do the soundtrack had me disappointed. Well, Little Pee Wee, I mean, of course. I mean, Daft Punk is awesome. But they broke up. And they're no longer a thing. So it can't happen. But to me, the evolution of the best possible evolution of that score is going to Nine Inch Nails. I just, and I know there's going to be people that don't like Nine Inch Nails or whatever, but trust me, that is going to be, it's going to be awesome. At least I hope so. I mean, I'm hoping. Lindsay grew up now. She has a kid and everything. She's an adult. She's an adult. True. Carbonite says Trent didn't sell out. He bought in. I mean, I think what it was there was such a, especially in those mid 90s, there was such an anti-consumerist, it's almost like if you got too big, then you were a sellout and all that kind of stuff. But it's different, like freaking dude, Trent has 4 kids, things are different now. And as artists grow up, you let go of some of that rebellious angst and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's just kind of funny to me. I mean, I'm fine with it. Look, I'm going to watch it and I'm going to buy all the things that I can get for this because I think it's going to be awesome. But it is weird. It's just really weird. So, I don't know. I get what you're saying, but, And Wraith, welcome, Wraith. Welcome. You missed my somewhat, it wasn't really a rant. It was more, I mean, I said my piece on Twitter or whatever, talking about the stupid popcorn buckets, but I know, but still hurts my daddy bags. They ain't coming back is all. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, Wraith and Carbonite just like, prancing on in here right at the end of the stream. Like, what the hell? Oh, Wraith, you missed, well, and Carbonite. You guys missed the most expensive mod I own. The most expensive vape thing I own. And it's gorgeous. And it vapes great because I just made a new acai flavor and it's great and I'm making a gallon of this. I mean, maybe not a gallon, but I'm making a lot of it. Like how fans claim Metallica sold out, yet they're still legends and making millions and touring. Like that's the thing. It's almost like, oh, well, you're making money. Well, you're not cool anymore. I don't remember when it started to be a thing for me, but I never really cared about how big. I always thought it was cool. Like when I saw something and knew about something before anybody else, and then people started to catch on and it really became a thing, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. The best example of that for me is a movie, not music. Because I was never really that cutting edge when it came to music. But with movies, I was. I went and saw Good Will Hunting before its theatrical release. I saw it early at a very, very small theater in Dallas, downtown Dallas. And it was one of the first screenings, public screenings of Good Will Hunting. And I got to go to it. And I loved it. I loved it. And I came out of that screening, went to Blockbuster, and was telling everybody about it. Man, there's this new movie with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. And they're like, who? Because remember back then, they weren't huge stars. And I said, yeah, it's Gus Van Sant is the director, and Kevin Smith helped to produce it. And it's just, dude, just watch it. It's going to be great. Robin Williams is in it. And they're like, oh, Robin Williams. Oh, I'm going to, yeah, that sounds good. And I'm like, dude, it's awesome. And it's Robin Williams, man, in this dramatic role. And man, it's so good. And then what happens? Academy Award nominations, and then they win for best screenplay. Dude, it was an amazing thing. It was an amazing ride. And I felt like I took that journey with them. I didn't. I mean, all I did was watch the movie early. But I got to see it before anybody else. And I thought it was cool that everything worked out for them. And they started, doing big things. I've always been rooting for Matt Damon and Ben Affleck ever since. But there you go. He spent $2,500 on that thing. No. This was still expensive, though. For a thing that, like this one. This one cost altogether. This is not put together. It's just waiting to, because I have no liquids. This one, about $45 for this, and this tank cost about $30. So about $75 for this. And this guy was $498. And they basically do the same thing. They put voltage to a coil that basically puts vapor in my face. But it's also one of one. Like there are no other like this. They're completely unique. And through the stabilized wood block, they cut this door out, this door with magnets in it or whatever, so it snaps on. But they also cut the drip tip as well. Freaking cool, man. I love this thing. And I'm, like I said, I'm kind of wondering why I haven't been using it. Because it's great. Anyway. Heard Alien Romulus has been getting good reviews. Absolutely, Carbonite. And like I said, I was going to go through some of them, but some of them, they weren't saying things that were super spoilery, but they were saying things that was like, oh, I kind of wish I didn't know that. So super excited. Oh, and So yeah, you're attacked from one side, and then you're attacked from the other side by Bucho. Just y'all get out of here. Anyway. End of the stream. Surely we're only halfway through at the most. And the popcorn bucket talk, I just really just said that it's ridiculous that I don't understand the point of it. And it's, you see the same thing with concert tickets, you see the same thing with video games, and it's just stupid. But yeah, you missed 3 hours of talking. They should make a movie where Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are angels who come to Earth and kill people. That's a good movie. I love Dogma. And Alan Rickman is, an angel. It's awesome. I got you though, Rob. Every band filmmaker starts out underground before they get big. It's a different thing when they presented themselves as anti-corporate, then cozy up to corporations. Well, again, it is 30 years later. Trent's in his late 50s, and he's got 4 kids. So I'm kind of okay with it. I just think it's it just broke my brain a little bit at first, but then I started to be like, dude, this is going to be awesome. Cause I love, what's it called? Tron Legacy? Is that what it's called? Tron Legacy? Whatever that last one was. I really liked it. I don't own it, I don't think, but I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I'd like, at this point, is anybody else like this? That if you have Disney Plus, you don't really need to buy anything Disney? Because I actually like the presentations of, like, for example, the Avengers movies look better on Disney Plus because the IMAX enhanced, it's better than what's on the Blu-ray or 4K. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, it is different, but like I said, he's in his late 50s. And most kids today don't even know who Nine Inch Nails are. And then they're going to look some of that stuff up and they're going to go, "Oh my gosh. He's talking about well, if you've heard Big Man with a Gun, the guy that wrote Big Man with a Gun is working for Disney." All right. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like if you seriously have never heard Big Man with a Gun, look it up on YouTube or Apple Music or Spotify, whatever. Listen to that song, listen to the lyrics, and then go, "This guy's working for Disney? Wow." It's kind of crazy. Alan Rickman is an yeah. That's a bummer, man. Alan Rickman was so great. The glowing container wraith is awesome, but I don't even know where you get those. I bought Alien Isolation today. Never played it and heard the story is good. I don't own that game. That's a game. I don't own that one. But I heard it was good too. I've actually tried to watch a Let's Play of it a while back and I never finished it. OG Tron, one of my favorites. Oh, I was never a huge fan of that one. There's some cool things, but I saw it. I didn't see it when it came out. I saw it later. And like after things had really started to progress, and I was like, that looks cheesy. I don't like it. It just didn't work for me. But the second one I really liked. The fact that they lock IMAX and Dolby Vision behind their streaming service is criminal behavior. Oh, I mean, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. But I really do like it. Where are my IMAX 4K HDR Blu-rays? I don't know. You have to go to... Wait a minute. I haven't watched The Dark Knight. Are any of the Nolan 4Ks IMAX enhanced? Do they open up? I can't remember. I don't know if I checked that. They could sell them on disc, but no, they gimp the physical releases, then lock the better video behind their BitStarved stream. Well, there's actually a video that I watched not too long ago that was talking about the difference between a 4K Blu-ray and the Disney Plus streams, and they said that the Disney Plus streams are actually really, really good. So, is Romulus in IMAX? I think so. I think it is, but I actually chose the Dolby Vision. Or, is that what it's called? Not Dolby Vision. Dolby Cinema. I chose the Dolby Cinema because I'm more about sound. That's just me. I'm more about sound. So I want the better sound thing. So there you go. I'm a big man and I have a big gun. Got myself a big old vape and I like to have fun. There you go, Carbonite. Yeah. That song is... It's so like, what is going on in this song? I mean, it's the downward spiral is a story and it's kind of his decline, but geez. The first page I Googled showed 10 movies on Blu-ray that are IMAX enhanced. Yeah, Disney definitely doesn't do that. Definitely does not, which is frustrating. But I kind of feel like I don't need to buy the Blu-rays then and the 4Ks. I quit buying them. But I wanted to bring this up. Rank your top 3 Trent scores now. There's 5 N's. I can't do no. I used to do 3 and then now. No, 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 now. No, 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 now. No, 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 now. Top 3 Trent scores. Soul? No. Do I put Social Network first? Because there's Social Network, there's Soul, there's Mank, there's was it Beyond the Flood? There's Patriots Game. There's a couple I haven't heard because I wanted to see the movie and I never got around to seeing the Bones and All. There's mid 90s, I think. Is that the name of this? I can't remember. They've done a bunch. And the first 3 that come to my head as being like really good. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo as well. The Social Network is just genius. I love that score. I've listened to that score multiple times. I really enjoyed Soul and Mank as far as, and Mank was really interesting from an artist standpoint, but I don't know if that's one of my favorites. I don't know. But Soul is great. I think Soul is definitely in my top 3. I just don't know if it would be 2 or 3. And since I haven't listened to a bunch of the other ones, like Beyond the Flood is one of those where I want. Not the war. Is it the Vietnam War? They did that one too. I haven't seen that. And I want to see, and it's like, again, it's one of those situations where I want to see the music in context with the thing because that's how it was created. You know, a lot of these, I will say the one thing that I don't like about their scores, and just listening to them, is that thematically, they don't work on their own, but they shouldn't. Oh my God, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. That was a badass score. I really like that one. But it's like, the biggest thing is the way that they do their music. It's not, hey, look at us. It's, we are helping tell the story. And if you listen to a lot of their scores without the story happening, the music doesn't work on its own. The movie wouldn't work without the music. They have to work together. And so I want to watch, the reason I haven't listened to a bunch of their scores is because I haven't gotten around to seeing those movies. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so there you go. Mid-90s was way overrated when I saw it. People praised that movie like hell, and then I finally saw it and was super bored. It's 11. I have to go like an hour ago. It's been grand, gents. See you next week. Love you guys. Not a lot, but I love you. Hey, Rufus, if you're still here, I'm not too far behind, but I hope you have a great one. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here at GGG's. Can we address the fact that the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles still isn't on 4K? I mean, that is a thing. That is a thing. But, oh, well, Rufus, thank you again. Thank you again. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But here's the thing. I feel like, I don't know. I'm just gonna piss you off. And I don't want to piss you off. I was never a big fan of that. And it's because I read the comic and the comic was different. I get it though. I get it because it's part of your nostalgia, right? It's part of your nostalgia for that and all that stuff. I get it. I totally get it. You got Corey Feldman as Donatello. I mean, I understand. But I just didn't think it was that great. It was for, and especially when it came out, it was for a younger audience than me. And it pissed me off a little bit because I felt like the comic was for me. But then again, I was young and I haven't seen it in years. So maybe it's better now. I don't know. Still super stoked by my Princess Bride 4K was replaced and works great. Shozama, I'm happy for you because Princess Bride is a classic and everyone needs it in their collection. I have the Blu-ray, the one with the flip over. You know what I'm talking about? The flip over. You know what I'm talking. The flip over. You know, where it's the same written. Hold on. Where is it? It's one of the coolest things about this disc, The Princess Bride. And then you flip it over and it still says The Princess Bride. 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 I just think that's cool. I love it when stuff does that. That's just cool. But anyway. The first TMNT is the only adult one. It's rad AF. Is it though? I don't know. If the movie is good, I'll be getting Romulus on 4K with Steelbook. I'll be getting the movie for sure. It depends. It all depends on the because again, The Crow, the only reason I got the Steelbook is because it looked better than the original and it was only a couple bucks more. But I don't typically, I've said that before, I don't go for Steelbooks in general, but what's that called? It has a name. I don't remember. But it is really cool and it is neat to see how they did it. You know? Like they make the E at the end of Princess Bride look like just a little flourish at the beginning of P. It's just neat. It's just a neat thing. And I like it. And it's a cool cover. And yeah, it's part of the reason why I think the Criterion is a little less inspired. The cover at least. But anyway. We wouldn't have Sam Rockwell if TMNT didn't give him a start, and it's effing Jim Henson. So stop and try again. It's gold. Oh boy, ambigrams. That's what it's called. Interesting. Wow, I didn't realize that. You're making me not leave. Sorry, Rufus. Why don't you get the hell out of here? Okay. But I do want to talk about this. They're selling that cool popcorn bucket at Regal. See, I don't think I have. Do I have a Regal? Regal Cinemas. Okay, I do have one. I do have one somewhat nearby, but my guess is if they're selling them early, I'm not going to be able to get one anyway. Sam, not same. I will. Thank you, Rufus. But I do want to talk about this one last thing, and I'm going to post this link just in case someone wants to read this whole thing, but I want to summarize it for you. So basically, Generation Alpha, which I didn't realize that was the name. So after Gen Z, there's Generation Alpha. So I think the oldest member of Generation Alpha is going to be 14 years old. If it's the end, I'm just waiting for goodbyes. F it. Okay, Rufus, just give me a second here because I want to talk about this real quick. So it's social video, UGC, and ad-supported platforms surge ahead of traditional streaming. So basically, 14 and under, they're not watching traditional programming. They're not watching movies. They're not watching streaming. They're watching UGC, user-generated content, YouTube. They're watching ad-supported platforms. So listen to this. Something like 44% reported using TikTok versus 39% of linear programming, meaning storied programming. So they're watching more of stuff like YouTube. Okay? AVOD and FAST. AVOD and FAST. So that's advertising-based video on demand. So like Tubi. And FAST, free ads. Actually. Rufus, thank you so much for that $20 super chat. Super appreciated. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. But yeah, so advertising-based VOD and free ad-supported streaming TV are blowing up right now. They are blowing up, and it's crazy. Is it any wonder that this generation, when they talk online about movies and how it's like they don't even understand what things cost and why should we pay for this? This doesn't make any sense. So they don't understand how much it costs to produce this entertainment, and they don't see the value in it because because of the way our society treats people that are in lower incomes. Yeah, A lot of people, this is their form of entertainment now. It's the ad-supported stuff. It's free stuff, right? So the low attention span surge comes along with this. And it's all over the internet, right? You know this. You know this as well as I do. We've talked about it. And people that only read headlines. They don't actually read the article. They need AI to summarize the article to them. I just think it's interesting. So I feel like, in a way, that Generation Alpha, if something doesn't change, it's going to be the death of long-form scripted entertainment. It's going to be the death of TV. It's going to be the death of streaming shows. It's going to be the death of traditional movies. But I also think that because they don't read articles, they need AI to summarize things for them. It's the death of critical thinking. And it's like, is anybody going to be reading books in 30 years? Like any book, Kindle or not. I mean, other than old people, did COVID just completely destroy these people? It's really kind of weird. And the more that I think about it, the more it's just kind of like, wow, are movies really dying that much? Apparently it is. 44% use TikTok. Only 39% use traditional programming. Now, you might say, well, Rob, Inside Out 2 has made what? $1.5 billion? That's a kid's movie. Sure. But kids aren't going by themselves to watch Inside Out 2. Their parents are taking them. So hopefully that instills the love of movies and the love of storytelling to these kids and whatever. But I don't know, man. It's one of those things that I just find super interesting. So yeah, this isn't really a rant, but it's more of a, wow, these people see the world. Under 14, they see the world completely different than we do. And I find it fascinating, but I find it also kind of scary. Because if you don't tell long form storytelling and you're only interested in, oh, what's this guy going to do when he flips over the thing? Ah, ha, ha, and then swipe to the next video. If that's your attention span, people are going to be fooled left and right by things like AI. It's going to be nuts. So that's actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of a bleak way to end the stream. But yeah, I find it super interesting. As somebody who loves the industry, I've always been fascinated by the movie industry and seeing it struggling, especially with I could say the advent of the video game industry, but it's been coming on for like 30 years now, right? 30, 40 years now. It's interesting seeing how people are taking in entertainment differently, and movies are kind of, the video game industry just keeps going up and up and up, and the movie industry is kind of like, we're struggling. And then what do? What do the studios do? They say, well, we can't take any more risks. We need big budget stuff. We need big budget stuff that's going to bring in a ton of money. So they bring in what? Sequels, remakes, reboots, things that are already proven to have been popular. Let's remake them. Let's sequelize them. Let's do all this stuff. Think about it. It's starting to make sense. And it's like, it feels like it's all coming together, and it's super scary a little bit. They all watch TikTok. I ask all my clients, you watch anything good? What do you mean? So you just watch TikTok? Yep, always answer. Or they watch crime shows with mom and dad. All I watch is YouTube nowadays. Mom and Jeff, usually Mom and Jeff, or Mitch. I watch friends that do this too, or shorts and reels. It's a problem. I don't TikTok, but I watch it 2 weeks later on Instagram like an adult. Yeah. I don't watch movies unless I get pushed hard and it's not in theaters. I'm probably the oddball here. Not really. What is the guy going to do when he flips over the thing? I know, right? You want to know. So it's how do you entertain these people for long enough for them to sit in a movie theater and to get to have them pay for it? Because again, they would rather just watch Tubi and watch the ads. It's weird, man. People fall for stuff so easy, and it seems like it will become easier and easier. Yeah. Video games weren't super popular until the last 15, 20. Yeah, but I've grown up and watched it grow. I got one of the first Nintendos, and watched the way that people changed. That all of a sudden, it's like everybody thought if you played video games, you were a nerd. And then it changed. And now it's like you got, basketball players, like big time basketball players playing video games. So guess what? It made it cool for everybody. It's just one of those things where you saw this thing change, this momentum change. And movies seem to be on this sort of a downturn. But we'll see. Younger people aren't as fooled by AI as older people are. They can detect AI music way better than we can. Oh, I can totally hear it. But then again, what's the next big movie coming out this year after Alien? The Crow? It's probably not The Crow. After that, at least for me, the big one is Beetlejuice. That's the next one that I really want to see. But again, based on previous thing. Oh, that's something that I didn't even say. The D23, out of 23 announcements, I counted them up. 23 announcements, only 4 were based on original properties, or not on a previous IP. Only 4 were brand new. 4. So 17.3% new. Everything else was based on a sequel, a remake, or a reboot. There you go. I mean, we used to have to hide our fandom. Now it's cool. Cap locks. Oof, sorry, not retyping that. It's fine. My bag had to drop off for a bit. Well, Ted, we're about to head out because I'm already late. And Rufus has got to go to bed. Not sure why Tubi is so weird to you. I saw movies on over the air and friends saw on cable with commercials back in the day. No, absolutely, Shozama. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. But I've conditioned myself because my wife doesn't like commercials. I've conditioned myself to not want to watch them. So it's weird now when I watch something on Tubi and have to watch a commercial. And it's like, shit, man, this sucks. Because I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled rotten. But I find it interesting that that's what's really taken off. 85 baby here. I watched it too. In fact, it's been my entire life. I consider myself a video game historian. I've destroyed every relationship in my life with gaming because it's more important. I mean, I don't know about that. I can't believe they're actually doing an Agatha show. Well, here's the thing though. Everybody, like a lot of people are saying this is a good show. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, where in the hell is Bug's Life 2? I don't know. Maybe, what's his name? What's his name from Kids in the Hall and News Radio? What was his name? David Foley. Something Foley? Dave Foley. Dave Foley. Maybe they think he's too weird. Which, I can't blame him. It's a little weird. Part of the problem is that most modern blockbusters with their near constant regurgitation of existing IP feel so production line. Absolutely. I don't blame kids for not being inspired by the cinema our generation is making. Yeah, but it's not really the generation that's doing it. That's what's being greenlit by the studios. That's what's being greenlit. So I like commercials since I get a chance to get something to drink. Hey man, get yourself a 32 ounce. You only have to, I don't know why I keep doing that. Ants 2. That would be that's not Disney. Is that Universal? I can't remember. B Movie 2? I mean, I don't know about that one. I miss adverts. How else do you learn about things? But I won't not pay my way out of them if I can. Yeah, Dave Foley, right. Bug's Life sucked. Ants though. Really? I love Bug's Life. News Radio. I own the whole series on DVD. Big gulps, huh? All right. DreamWorks. Thank you. Skibbity toilets. They will be the death of cinema. Bug's Life sucked hard. Oh, man. It's good. I like it. I want advertisements about Super Soakers and gacking Nintendo games. I think it's just an interesting thing to think about. And we'll see what happens. Because I am a big fan of movies. It's my favorite way of taking in a story, period. I like my video games. I love my books. I mean, I love video games. Video games are a great way to tell a story. Sea of Stars was a little too long though. I kind of felt some all right, let's get on with it, you know? But I liked it. So, always with the negativity. Love YouTube channels that play old shows with commercials. Sure, it's stuff being greenlit by the studios who are now run by our generation. Blaming the kids for not loving what us Gen Xers are dishing up is blaming the victims. I mean, I don't know about that. There's a lot of, I mean, you think Bob Iger is Generation X? Don't think so. Don't think so. David Zaslav, way older than us, not Generation X. Orbital bacon. But look, hey, guys, I gotta go. Not only is my voice starting to give out, but man, I gotta pop in a 4K and watch my new Panasonic. This thing. I gotta go watch it. I wanna watch this. I wanna watch it. Can I watch this, please? What am I doing? By the way, did y'all see that Pee-wee's Playhouse is like $29.99 on iTunes? Just saying. What are you watching first? I don't know. Feige's 51. Yeah, but... Okay, here's the thing, though. If you think Marvel sucks, I mean, that's your opinion. But I think a lot... Dude, Marvel has put out a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Just saying. I feel like people are reading more now than 10 years ago, but it's just a gut feel. I don't know, Derek. All I know is I had my nieces and nephew over. This was a while back, and they saw my Kindle, and they're like, "Oh, what is a Kindle Oasis, right?" And they're like, "Ooh, what is that?" And I said, "It's the Kindle Oasis. What can you do on that?" And I said, "You read books on it." And they go, "What else can you do on it?" I said, "No, you just read books." You only read books on it? Ugh. And I was like, okay. But what am I watching first? I don't know. Make sure you set up the HDR optimizer. I will. By the way, thank you, all of you, for all of your help with that. It's been very helpful, and I'm very happy to have it. So there you go. But you guys, Familian, I don't own it. But I thank you guys so much. I probably should buy it at some point just to have it. But anyway, you guys have a great week. Thanks again to everyone being here and the likes and all that stuff. Rufus, thank you for the super chat. It's amazing. But you guys have a great night and a great week. We'll see you next time. Alien Thursday. Ah, oh my God. Yeah, it's going to be great. See you later. Bye. Oh boy, we're in the stream. Oh, we're gonna go and watch some stuff. And then I'm gonna put a thing in my butt. Not really, because I don't do that at all. I hope you enjoyed the show. What am I doing? Bye, guys.